Yeah, dude.
Let's go. Yeah, no, they're actually getting some good clothes over there now as well. I mean, the whole gym, they're really improving, man. I mean, they're original, Mecca, Vegas, but they're getting new equipment in there. That's where I've been basically finishing out my prep here. It's an amazing gym.
I
Well, crap,
love that gym, man.
they got to with all the other gyms popping up. You know what I
Yeah, no,
mean?
I mean they're definitely so. I mean, shout out to Brock. He's taken over as GM over there. He's a classic physique pro, and he listens, and he's one of us, so he knows what we want in there. And I mean, they literally just got like 7 or 8 new pieces of new tech stuff. Ironically, so it's like they got all the best new tech pieces. They got Mega Mass. They got Arsenal is kind of
Prime.
on the way out, but they got everything that guys like us need.
How's the new tech?
Yeah, people really like it, man. They hype it up. I mean, I like it. I'm more of an old school guy. I like the old school machines, but
Cybex.
Yes.
yeah, Nautilus. I mean, the gym that I train at, I'm on the other side of town, so I'm in the north side, and Dragons is about 30 minutes away. So I train there, but where I'm at is a little bit more of a hole in the wall dungeon type of place, and that's where I prefer to train, which I know you guys like. So
Bro,
it's just different.
I'm back here in the Stone Age while you motherfuckers got top line shit, so I don't even want to hear it.
I mean, yeah, we got everything you could ever need, bro.
Nebula's the fucking newest machine we got. And I'm
Bro,
like,
Fergalicious and I, we train out of like old logging gyms, dude.
yeah. Fill that
Like-
bucket with concrete. All right.
Yeah,
Those are the
exactly.
best environments, though, man. Those are the best environments.
Yeah, literally a lot of the stuff I grew up on and still use is like hand poured, like literally coffee can concrete, like dumbbells and old axles and shit. Like,
Yep.
that's just how now we have some stuff at, where I live now. I live kind of in a little bougie area, but
Where you
I
at?
tell you what, I'm in Central Oregon.
Oh, okay. I got
So,
friends up in Oregon.
so
Yeah.
like Bend, Redmond, Oregon. Charles knows his gal's from here.
Yeah, O'Malley's is that a gym there?
Yeah, my buddy Tim owns that. Ferg knows Tim real well too.
Yeah.
Ferg and I are pretty close. I mean, hours away, but not like crazy far. But Tim has like three gyms now?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3. And they're really good. They're really good. They're just over the hill from me. Like Charles, like where he's going, I like that because all the new places are popping up. So it's probably drawing some people away where it kind of gives you a little bit more space, which is nice.
You need more breathing room, dude.
Yeah.
You get into your mindset, and you don't want to drive as much, or it's 10 minutes down the street. I got most of what I need. I got a great posing room. It's where I train my clients. I still do business, and it's just if I can't make it to the other side, I mean, I can always make it to the other side of town, but it's nice to, I mean, for shoulders, arms, or things like that, like legs, back, maybe want a little bit more of a selection. But the reason I moved here is to have these resources and these tools, and I'm definitely spoiled, but I absolutely use them and maximize it.
Fuck, I live across the street from my gym. I'm a block.
Oh, you do?
I'm a block away. Yeah, I mean, I'm in San Diego. I go to I don't know if you guys heard of it, the gym, San Diego.
Yeah, of course.
Dude. Oh man, what's his freaking name? I know George, dude, that owns them all.
Yeah.
His old business partner, Steve O'Brien, he was he was a chairman for the IFBB NPC. He lives up here. He used to put on all the shows down in California back in the day. Back in the day. He was a part owner in all those in the world gyms back in the day.
Yeah.
But I know George. He's been up here a few times. He actually looked at open one up here as well.
Oh no, shit. I mean,
he has them in Arizona too.
Yeah, they're phenomenal gyms. I know he's franchising them all over the place now. This one isn't the franchise; it's like the original one. So we still have all the old school shit from Cybex, Flex, Nautilus.
Yep. He's smart, man, because all the franchise ones though, he owns the land. He personally owns all the lands. It's like McDonald's.
The way to do it.
So he's such a cool dude. Like he was in like tech shit and stuff and did really, really well. Like the main one down there, the guy freaking man, he's killing it. But it's nice because he stayed open during all the COVID shit. He put all his stuff outside, did all that. And you guys have some good spots down there.
The owner of the one here, he's part owner. He's George's partner, and then Rick is the owner of this one.
Mm-hmm.
I was there during COVID, and we moved everything outside. We were just
Yeah.
You're refusing that shit for as long as they came through with the SWAT teams and shit. They were like, yo, shut this shit down. We shut down for like maybe 10 hours.
Like, all these guys on these roids are gonna try to kill us.
Yeah.
Let's go get them.
All the cops that came go to the gym. They were just like, we got to do this.
Hey, V, when did you start going there?
I want to say I was stationed out in the desert down in 29 Palms. I would drive my ass here like 3 hours on the weekend. So I was going to here like 2018.
You're not from San Diego, are you?
No, I'm from Jersey originally.
Okay, because I grew up in San Diego. I went to World Gym when it was before the gym.
Yeah.
But I left in 220 to move out to Florida.
How's that?
So, yeah, I mean, I like it, but I definitely miss the gym back there.
Yeah.
PD, so
it's its own entity, bro. Like those walls just like it's hard to
I mean, there's always some pro walking around. You got Chris Cormier trading people out of there, and since I've been going there, I've seen a lot of people roll through. Yeah,
everyone's always here, training. Yep. It's dope. It's definitely a destination gym, but it's also a great home gym.
Yeah, everyone in Orange County at the time would always talk about the gym, and I went there a few times. It's definitely it's badass, man. It's a good gym.
What about you, Adam? Where are you from? What do you say?
What's up, you guys? I'm from California as well, but I'm more central, Inland Empire area.
Okay, the IE.
Yeah, about 2 hours away from San Diego.
So you were up in like a past Temecula area and all that, right?
Yeah, it's a city called Redlands.
Oh, so I
know Redlands.
Yeah. You're in the Goonies, like Hemet areas.
Yeah, we've got some upcoming gyms over here. A lot of my buddies are opening up some gyms, so we're spoiled. I grew up, I think, 8 years training in a garage gym, just metal. So that's always got my heart. But the new stuff is nice. My buddies that open a gym, they have all brand new Panada. It's like a 20 by 30 posing room. So I've been living this prep. Yeah, bougie. So
it's real bougie and expensive.
Yeah, they got
one of themselves with plates. You just gotta sit down.
I've never used Panada dumbbells. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, they got money.
Oh, they're getting up
there. It's been
I'll tell you what, they're nice though. They're nice equipment. When you have all that equipment, it's funny. Like, there's a place out here outside of where I live called Ontario. It's literally a farmland. No one lives there. It's just immigrants. Well, yeah, I mean, of course, Ferg knows, but it's a little spot. It's like a 30,000 square foot like hole in the wall like shop. But the guy has everything from old Cybex, hammer strength, Panada. I mean, everything's mixed match, which is amazing. But it takes you a weekend just to go through the back stuff just to see what they have. I like having options, but it's funny, as I'm sure all of you guys, there's only very few pieces of equipment I actually use that works for me and I stick with. I like a lot of Mega Mass. I love Mega Mass, some hammer strength and some Cybex. But I stick to the same exercises, and that's really about it. It's like a dinner menu. I don't like too much on it.
I don't care what anyone says. Hammer strength, dude. I grew up on that shit, and it just hits.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I know all the little tricks. It is
tried and true.
It's different.
Hammer strength is tried and true. I do like the Mega Mass. The Mega Mass
is my favorite.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of that linear.
That new one is awesome. That new chest press one.
The chest press is nasty.
Yeah, I like
that small footprint row. Fucking money, dude. I'm getting one. I'm ordering one from my garage. Dude, I'll rip back right there to change your grip up.
It's so light. I feel like that one is just. It's meant for taller people too. I feel like because my stubby has to reach complete. I'm not tall at all.
How tall are you?
I'm like, it depends. When I dry out, we lose like a half inch.
Shrinking in.
I'm walking around 5'8", and then I get it heighted when I was doing classic. And they were like 5'7", whatever, and 3/4. So I was like,
did you say you're stubby?
Collin.
Man, I'm stuck, bro. I'm 5'4.5" on a good day, bro. When I try out, I'm still 5'4".
That's funny.
It's so funny. I never heard the 5'8". I was like, man, those guys are fucking tall.
I'm fucking 6 foot on Tinder, yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah, it never worked out well for me on Tinder and all that shit. Like, oh, 5'4", nope.
Disclaimer on that.
Oh,
Been
that's
growing
hilarious.
taller, so we got to grow wider, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Adam, what class are you? I don't think I've met you, man.
No. Nice to meet you guys. I know Charles. I think
Yeah,
he's the only
what's up,
one.
buddy? How you doing, man? It's good to see you, bro.
You too, man. I knew you're doing USA's. Are you doing heavyweight or
I'm
super?
I'm supers, man.
Super.
Yeah.
Figured. You've been growing.
Hey, we're about to be
No,
fucking having
he's gonna
fun.
sneak down into
Oh,
heavies. He's gonna
Yeah,
sneak you in
no,
there.
I would have to lose an arm and a leg to go down
Yeah.
to. I haven't been a heavyweight since my first show was 2022.
You'd have to lose like 40-something pounds, dude.
Yeah, I mean this year, man, we definitely we grow season to season. I mean, I'm coming back from I haven't been up since 2024 before the regionals this year. So we definitely put on 20 pounds a year for the last couple of years, and actually gotten healthier, believe it or not, doing so. Everyone wants to look like, oh, somebody was commenting on my picture today. Oh, I can't wait to see how much more red you get. Like we've stayed both, the priority, man, at 100%. So,
Bro, I have people hating on me and they're like, look at your ankles. It's like, bro, I broke both my legs in motocross. What the dick?
Yeah, dude. Like I don't even sleep with a CPAP, bro. Like I sleep with everyone makes fun of the nasal strips, but that's all I got to use to sleep.
Oh, you're lucky.
But yeah, Colin, coming back to you, I'm doing light heavyweight.
Oh, nice,
bro.
Yeah,
I got
I'm
all I have
doing
too, bro.
Yeah, we've got V. You're doing light heavy, right?
Yeah.
Adam, Ty, and Collin.
So this is great.
This could be a potential call out right here.
Yeah,
where's Ty?
Always stacked, man. Always.
Light heavies is I would say heavies is you got these guys that they're very hit or miss. You either super conditioned because they're pulling down from supers, or they're just kind of a little bit watery.
Pulling down from supers.
Supers are just, come on, supers are that's like the freak show. You guys have
but no supers pulling on the light heavy.
Yeah,
dude, supers half are shit, and there's like 3 or 4 that are good. A lot of times
they're always
it's like they come in too big, and they're
just out of shape heavies.
Yeah,
100%. So I like seeing these two coming in peeled.
Very quickly, you learn. I mean, again, I stepped down in 2022. I thought I was a big guy at 215 at just under 6 foot, and I learned very quickly I had to be a super heavyweight. And I grew the next year, and still there's no way at 6 feet tall you're sneaking into heavies and thinking you're going to do well. I mean,
I'm 292 and I feel small.
Yeah, exactly. I
mean,
what I'm learning, guys, is even after winning 2 regionals this past year in a row, like if your feedback as a bodybuilder is always going to be, you can use more legs and back. Like you never get enough of really any, but especially those areas.
At your height, though, you guys are both pretty filled out. And the thing is, you can always get bigger. It just it's like you gain that extra inch, man. Just that one extra. You get to that point where you just finally hit that extra inch of tissue
with no waist growth, and it blows up.
Game changer. Like it's just one of those things, and it's like the conditioning and keeping that waist in and building off like both of you. I mean, I've seen Ferg around for a while because he's a Northwest guy. But even Charles, I've seen pics of you from a while ago and the stuff you put up. But it's like you guys are both building in those areas you need to build. And keeping that condition. Like Charles, you're fucking dude, grainy as shit. But that's the thing. It's like they don't weigh on stage. Like back in the 90s and 2000s, you see when they used to have the whole thing on the side, but their height, weight, and everything.
Yeah.
Like I know, a buddy of mine's really good friends with Troy Alves, really good friends. And when he was doing his first Olympia, he said he was 242. He was 216 pounds. They lie. It's like you don't really. It's just all an illusion, man.
It's wild.
I lost you guys.
I feel like there's such a glorification right now with scale weight. Like on Instagram, you see at the highest level, right? Everyone's talking about Samson or it's at Sergey, and they're posting the scale. It's like, like you said. I mean, my coach is a little bit more old school. I was raised on old school ways. Like, it's all about the look. And, you know,
that's what bodybuilding is. Nobody gives a fuck. They don't weigh you up there. I mean, like, I've been the biggest guy fucking in my class the last few years. Last feedback of North Americans was come in tighter. And then everyone else are like, you need 20 pounds, you need 15, your legs when you come up. And it's like, fuck. I dropped the ball and it could have been fixed. You know what I mean? So that's a kick in the dick. So weight don't give a fuck. That's why I'm not posting my weight. I don't care. I'll be the biggest guy.
I know, bro. If you see my post, I never put my weight
and pose and show it. That's it.
100%. Yeah, I never ever post my weight, and people like it's just.
Bro, if you want to see my weight, I'll drop on the scale right now. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like it's going to be up there, but if it doesn't translate on
we're over 225, right? That's all that matters at the end of the day.
224.25, but yeah. I take shits that big in the off season.
Well, I mean, look at yourself. Like when you were like, let's say, I don't know, when you were 230 or say 250 in general. I mean, let's say you're like 260, Charles. Like you're 260. Look at you last time you were at 260 in off season. Sure, like, man. You know what I mean? Like, weight is irrelevant in so many ways. I look at myself where I've been weight wise compared to how I look now at the same weight. You know, it's like vastly different. I used to think like that when I was a kid. Like, oh, Franco Columba, he was 187 pounds at 5'5". He could bench press this. Cool. I bench pressed that. I deadlifted that. I'm shorter than him. I weigh more than him. I look better than him. I must. No, I look like shit. You know, it's like. It's all about how it's built. Like when I first got to really know like pros, like 212 pros and open pros when I was younger. When I first started seeing some of these guys, it's like, man, I weigh as much as you, but it's a vast difference as far as density and quality.
Comp,
yeah, and
that's why I tell everyone that I'm all head and hands, dude. I may be 350, but I'm fucking all head and hands in the off season. You know what I mean?
You do got big
density and maturity takes time, man. I mean, I really.
I can't wear a hat right now, dude. It's that last button holding on, just like fucking hell. So, yeah, but hey, I'm gonna jump off so I can get home, and then I'll jump back on, guys.
Okay. See you later, Ferg.
All right, you guys have a good one.
No, but to your point, Collin, I mean, density and maturity takes time, and you know, like when I had the beginning of the season, people ask you, like, you know, you pop up like. You know, I've been at this shit since it's happened relatively quickly. If you look at how I've become a super, but you got to take that time. Like, it doesn't matter how much gear you take. It doesn't how much food you smash down your throat or anything. You know, you just real quality muscle tissue takes time to build. And the sooner you can learn that, and if you can actually take the time away, you know, that old phrase, like champions are built in the off season. You've won good off season. Like, I feel like I just came off that from 2024, you know, being a super for really the first time and being in that weight, you know, 260, 250, the density and maturity in 2026, it's just like completely different.
Oh, 100%, man. 100% makes a big difference.
Yeah. And when you put that tissue on, man, it's like, you have to get that conditioning back to that tissue because it, like you said, the maturity thing. Every time you put on new tissue, it's different conditioning. It's different conditioning each time. So just letting that muscle solidify. Like you see these guys, they'll go post rebound and they'll be like 225 days, and then they'll be like 240 2 weeks later.
Oh man,
2 weeks later.
See it all the time. All the time, man. It's like, dude, it's ridiculous. That's why I love the classic class. You know, it reminds me of like old school 90s bodybuilding. You know, it's like a lot of these guys would keep like Milos, you know, he would stay in really good shape. I'm not saying everybody needs to be like that because there's different methods to everything, you know, but like the classic class I like is really good at, you know, representation of you might be close to your weight cap, but you can refine and drastically change your physique, which I love that. It's like, well, it's even like the 212 guys. There's a point where it's like, hey, you can't like, if you're going to stay in that class, there's only a point where you have to refine and get better. And I think there's a lot of people where they try to push up in classes, weight classes, where really, yeah, you could do that, but you're not as conditioned, you're not as dialed, and you have the same problems that you had when you were in the lighter class. You haven't really fixed anything. Like your back hasn't came up, your hamstrings are lacking. You don't have this. Your shoulders and chest are still great and got even better, but the sweep didn't get any better. It grew, but everything else grew. So now you don't have your sweep looks the same, your composition's the same. It's like
most of the time,
it's not just getting big.
Most of the time, everything that grows is shoulders, chest, and your stomach. Most of these guys, they don't like. For me, I was classic. I've been classic for a while, and I'm accepting that I can't make classic no more because I jumped up 25 pounds. But it's like I took that time to refine that. Every time I try to make weight, it's a different look. It's a different look, and man, I'm proud of my midsection because I'm still a size 28 waist. Like it's nuts, but I put on 20 pounds and I put on 1 pound a week for the entire off season.
That's awesome.
Versus trying to jump, like my first time I was like, oh, that's it. I'm going open. I jumped all the way to 260. I was a fat fuck. I was fucking gross. And I thought I was the shit. I thought I was deadlifting 700. I was like, I'm a beast, dude. There's no way. Man, I shrunk back down to 187 and I was fucking nothing.
When did you move over from classic?
So I did my first USA's, which was like 2 years ago. I did light heavy, but I was soft, man. I was super soft, super watery. I was 187 and just not really a light heavy. I was more like a watery middleweight. And then I did North Americans at middleweight, and I won that class, but I obviously was too small to win top three. That's I think.
That sucks.
Yeah, I think Colossus Ken won the overall. I think that's his name.
You look good.
He looked really good. And I'm over there trying to pose down next to him in the overall. He's just smoke checking my ass. I'm like, why'd you guys put me next to this guy? Like, that's not even like it was a crazy class. But this last year I said kudos to my coach at the time. He's a great dude. George Farah taught me a lot. But man, he was very stiff on the conditioning. I stepped on stage at 172, and I was just depleted so bad. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. So this year, my last show for pro qualifying, I was 205. I was pretty fair conditioning, but they told me, hey, you're like 2-3 weeks out. So I was like, all right, I can get down to 198. So that's this year. I'm going for 198. That's
cool, dude. Yeah. It's bodybuilding. All of it's bodybuilding. It's like Ty. Same with you, dude. You were telling me you're a classic guy. It's like if your body is like, why try to keep yourself down when you want to go up? It's like if you can keep those lines and naturally get bigger, then keep going, dude. Especially it's like you got to get bigger.
Like I was we knew that my body wanted to grow, and I was every time I would try and pull down the classic, I would hit a point where it would just take off and my weight would just fall. And I would get super flat. And then finally, after North Americans in 2024, we were like, all right, let's just see what we can do. Let's grow for a year and a half. And I put on 85 pounds that off season. And then
what'd you say, 85?
85 pounds a year and a half. And then I came on, I did heavyweights at Mid-Florida 6 weeks ago. I was 215, so I was 45 pounds of stage weight in a year and a half off season. And then I won that show, and then did St. Pete. We pulled down because I could have been tighter, so we pulled down to I was 207 there. Won that show, and now we're going down to light heavies. I'm 200 right now. So
that's crazy, dude. How you feeling? Especially doing that many shows, I would think you feeling good. You feeling? You're looking dry as shit already. So
I appreciate it. It's been
hold that.
It's kind of nice though, because it's almost like I get a diet break between each show. You know what I mean? I'll go feed up for a whole week, and then I'll feel great for a week after the show, and then it's right back down. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
trip, right? It's a trip. Yeah, I'm through similar, bros.
And every time, my low before St. Pete, before Carbon Up was 203, 204. And now at 201, 203, 204, right around there, my body looks so much harder and drier. So it's kind of I have a little mini rebound. For 2 weeks, and then it's right back down. But I will say pulling down this week has been it's been challenging for sure.
So week left though. You know what I mean? How I look at it's like stages. Like I fly out on the 22nd, so I fly out like what in like 11 to 10 days or what, something like that. I don't know. But it's like when you do that, like I did the Idaho, and that was I can't remember when I did that. That was in June, sometime in June. And dude, we just had a standard off meal. Like we went and got a nice steak, some fresh seafood, shared a small gelato. Nothing, had a breakfast, but Chris, he tripled all my carbohydrates for like 2-3 weeks, dude. And like my fats, everything. I was sitting like 220, 216, and then he just slowly just like my food is still pretty, it's not that high now, but still high compared to like Ferg, dude, that guy for how much he weighs. Yeah. I'm still eating like 60, 70 grams of carbs a meal. But like I'm sitting like I was 206 this morning. But it's like it's funny because it's almost like a mental. Like I had an old school coach before in a bad way, where like Charles and I diet very similar. Seeing what you eat and everything, very very similar. Very well rounded food. Where before it was like fish, nothing, no added fats, no fruits, no nothing, no micronutrients, no nothing, and there's piles of cardio. Where with Chris, it's like I've been with him for 4 or 5 years now, and it's like going into this USA's. I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm in off. I'm stronger now than I was when I started my prep. Like, it's just the most wild thing, dude. It's like
the same way. I got stronger all the way through up until like St. Pete. My strength is just now like taking a hit for sure, but
it's crazy.
Dude, it was like all the way through. Like I'm growing and getting stronger in prep, and I haven't had a prep like that. This is the first one, so.
It's like, thank goodness, it's like figuring it out finally.
if you have a coach and a body type that can maximize a rebound, like there's really nothing better than that. Like we've had this plan the whole time. I was, the whole thing was to get the rebound into the national show. And, we were excited about it, but it's definitely, it went even, it's a trip mentally. Cause you feel like you're in the off season in a sense. Like I'm eating on my baseline day almost as much as I was eating at the last of peak off season, except I'm leaner and bigger. Like, and I'm tighter than I was a week out from, where I already won 2 overalls. So,
bro, Charles, dude, like you can see the changes, and it's when you get that your body's finally tuned where you're at, man. And you have, for one, good communication with a coach and trust like you do, and you adhere to things like you do. Like you're primed, your body is physically primed, and you're in a good, healthy state where the body responds. It's like it's like a Ferrari, dude. It's like you're just getting more fuel, and you see it working. Where the body, it's like so easy. Where hey, you can grow, you can fill up, you can tighten up, you can get harder, denser. Especially when you have a coach who understands, for one, too, not just throwing the kitchen sink at you as far as drugs as well. Yeah, so it's like
taking less right now.
Yeah,
especially when they drop your estrogen. Like these coaches, you see these new coaches, man, or a lot of these old school coaches too. They'll hit you with like you're doing letrozole a day.
Dude, I've never done that. And you're never done letrozole at all.
And you're sitting there, you're just staring at a wall. You don't even know how long you've been staring at a wall. You're like, dude.
Letro's bad news, dude.
I've never used it, dude.
I haven't touched Letro since that first. That's just a nuke.
Oh. Dude, speaking of like crazy shit, so Jay's sneaking in the USA's. So, and it looks like he's getting ready. Dude, you're on the stair mill, just chest veins all coming out and shit.
I'm just old, dude. Old, I got veins everywhere.
Dude, you're doing good, man. You're doing real good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what you do, man. I know you got the wife. She's doing Tampa. So
she's doing Tampa. So I'm just chasing her around the country, like kind of letting her do her thing and trying to keep up with her, kind of, you know what I mean? But
yeah, that's awesome, dude. You guys are killing it, man.
I'm having fun bodybuilding again, because it wasn't fun towards the end of my last prep. I was just like, I was in a bad headspace, and it just wasn't good. So my relationships are really good now. Work is really good now. I get to spend more time with my daughter. Like we just made, before I went to the gym, we made monster cookies, I would have never done that before,
Yeah.
It's just good right now. I'm
it's a
really
blessing, man. thank God, God's instilled that in you and giving you a little bit more clarification, what's important. It's like making cookies. It's like these guys immediately, dude, he's like, ooh, cookies.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not even so much about the cookies, just the normalcy of doing these things with your kids and with your spouses and like having just that normal interaction where you're not thinking about things and you're able to do it and enjoy it and not be like, oh my God, this is going to mess me up. I'm not on routine. So that's awesome. I'm happy for you, man. That's what I mean. Yeah. I think all of us are trying to be better at that.
How do you guys feel about balance? Like a lot of the old school guys, they're like, balance does not exist. You have to da 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 da. And I feel like at certain points, yes, right. You gotta go all in. But at certain points, you see a lot of bodybuilders, man. They'll back off life and let life beat them up, and they're like excuses. I'm on prep. You know what I mean? So how do you guys?
Well, it's like what would you define balance though? Because like somebody
like he's saying, like having that moment with your family, like that you normally would be like, don't bake in front of me, because I'm starving or something like that. Like I mean, like maybe just going out. For me, I live by the beach, so just stepping out of the gym and doing some normalcy. A lot of guys, have that box mentality.
I think guys like Jay, dude, like, and even probably like myself, and I mean, Charles seems that way, Tommy that way from what I could see, but like our normal everyday life, like my wife and I, we met, she was a spin instructor, her life has always been fitness and health, and she has her master's in, kinesiology and all that stuff. We own fitness studios and stuff too. So this is like our normal life, but like, like, it's like we were just talking about this other person that was doing this. You know how it is. Somebody competes once or twice, and all of a sudden they're doing a pro qualifier. Now they're a coach online, and now they're posting everything, right? Well, I can't eat dinner with my husband. He made this steak and potatoes, but I'm sticking to my plan. I'm like, it's steak and potatoes. Like, enjoy your whole family being over. It's like, I think it's a lot when people don't have that balance, is people are so new into it and they see the facade of what they see online. And they think that's what it is. Like, no, dude, like when we go to a Christmas bazaar, dude, if we went to a Christmas bazaar right now, if one was going on right now, like when I did nationals in 23, if there was a sample, I go take a bite of the fucking sample. It ain't going to hurt me. I ain't going to not make weight because of it. Like, it's like, have a date night, have these things, but our normal life is just health and fitness in general.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the outside people that we try to appease more than anything. Then we learned, okay, I'm not going to keep trying to appease these people in the way because they live this way when I don't live my way. We used to go out and have dinner, have a beer or something like that. We don't do that. But we try to be normal, but that's not our normal.
Normal
answers your question at all.
No, what I mean is normal is what's normal to you. Obviously, it's for every single person. But you like you said, like some of these people, man, like they watch these old school like Instagram reels and stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like, they're not seasoning their foods or they're not doing all this stuff. It's like you can still do all these things and find balance and go on walks or whatever the situation is. A lot of these guys are like, oh, I don't do this because my cardio is this. And I'm like, bro, like I don't know about you guys. I'm a heart rate type of cardio type person. So like if I'm done with the fucking Stairmaster, I'm sick of that. If I look at the Stairmaster when I throw up, I'm gonna hop on the elliptical. I'm gonna hop on a spin bike and spin my ass off. I'm gonna do something that's gonna change up the normalcy of the day-to-day routine, And I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
There's a give or take with it, though, right? Like kind of like Collin was saying. I like the way that you're explaining right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's how I was for a very long time. Like when I first started.
Yeah, me too.
Even when I was younger on in my journey, and when I first moved here to Vegas and initially got with my girl, like that, she kind of brought me outside of that. I was like the ninja creamies or pussy, I'm not gonna season my food. I still get in that mindset, like I do. Like there's something about like doing hard shit or doing unfavorable things that make you feel like you get that mental edge. And I come from that, like I do love that Jay Cutler box mentality. Like I literally, it's part of the way that my content guy branded my stuff. Like that's definitely how I think. But then I also have my girl who's like, all right, motherfucker, like, let's go. Let's go do this. And, we'll go to the pool for the 4th of July. And, I'm around like-minded people that understand. But there's a give and take because I think that can be beneficial as far as, like, giving you a competitive edge, or it helps you mentally in what you're doing, but then it can also be unhealthy. And when you're able to recognize that and then pull out of it, you can then step back into it. Like these next 2 weeks in the USAs, I'm 100% like that. But as soon as the show's over, I'm gonna be having fun with my girl, doing, go eat and do different things on the weekends. But like there's a balance to it. But it's just funny how you're saying that, because I was definitely that kid. Like,
we all are, bro. We all were.
Salt.
Yeah.
I want to jump on this topic.
The biggest thing with balance is like being cognizant, being like cognizant of like other people around you and like what you're doing and what you're not doing. Like that's the biggest thing to me, that like is like I'm back to me again and enjoying bodybuilding as a part of my life and not everything in my life. And like my wife is all in right now. She's macro based, so she makes her own thing. Whatever. I got her away from like the if it fits your macros, where she was eating like a half a Pop-Tart because it's bullshit. But like eat the whole fucking Pop-Tart. But if you're gonna do it. But like she's locked in because she's doing Tampa Pro in 2 weeks, and like so she actually writes out a meal plan so that she limits variables, right? She's a self-coached natural athlete, so like she's scientific about it. In the last couple weeks, she's all in there, but she's also cognizant of like she does a really good job at it. She's cognizant of like my daughter and spending time and doing things like that. Like they went to a farmer's market this morning while I went and played a round of 18 holes of golf with a couple of employees. So like that's the kind of like life balance I'm enjoying again, because when you guys are in prep and when you're down to the wire, like the last thing I wanted to do was lose and feel like I lost because I ate this, or I didn't do enough cardio, or I missed that, or you know what I mean? I didn't want to leave it up to like me poisoning my mind saying that's why. I wanted to lose because that dude was better. You know what I mean?
So I think a lot of that's experience though too, where you understand like like if I right now went and had, I don't even know, man. I don't have any food cravings or anything at all because I eat a really well balanced food, and I do ninja creamies, dude. I got so much shit I get to eat, man. And Chris allows me to macro swap certain things for certain things. Like my wife's made homemade strawberry jam, dude. And so instead of one of my servings of fruit, I get that because she makes it low sugar. But like, I think it also comes with knowing, like, hey, if I have that, it's not gonna cause me not to win. Like, if one bite of something is gonna really mess your whole thing up, okay. I think the only time that really personally matters is like, for one, I don't do that really. If I want to, I will, and I have no problem doing it because I know it won't affect me. But the last few weeks, when it matters is when you're managing your sodium intake, your water intake, you're trying to practice your peak, seeing how your body responds, your digestion, all these other things, where it's like you don't want to take a chance of messing something up. That's where it's really important. So you don't want to throw anything out of balance. Not saying it's not going to do anything to you physically as far as how you look. You might even look better, but it could affect other things that could contribute to you not performing the way you need to perform. But like with Jay, dude, it's like, I think the older we get, you see a lot more of this. You have a lot more of this understanding because you also have a lot more responsibility, and you have more people in your lives that you're responsible for. A wife, a child. It's not just self-care. A significant other. Myself, my wife. Like it's like Charles, your gal. I mean, your guys' spouses. It's like there's other people involved, so you have to be more mind conscious of that instead of when you're in your early 20s and just gun ho bodybuilding. It's like, fuck everything else. It's all I care about. It's all I care. Well, you don't have to care about anything else. Work, make money, pay for your shit, and just do that. But as you get older, you start learning, oh man, if I go to the lake for the day and pack, I can actually pack my food. It's really not that bad. Oh, I could bring a diet soda. I could do this. I could, it's like, then you start getting comfortable with it. But when you're trained old school, like the way I was, no, this is all you do. This is all it is. It's everything. Like you're saying with balance, like the old school dudes, dude, these old school dudes, you see what they put out there. I know a lot of these dudes, man. I know a couple dudes that are, top dudes that they be going and binging on cheesecakes on their prep and in this gym doing 4 hours of freaking stair mill that night. Like I know a lot of these dudes. I know a buddy of mine that did Olympia. He was a 212 guy. He ended up getting 10th, and he should have gotten way far up, but he was eating a pound of cashews a day, a week out from his Olympia debut. I mean, Tommy, I'm sure you know who that is. But it's like
when you start realizing what people actually do, it's like maybe like a not meet your idols type situation. It's like
yes.
Like almost like and honestly, what you learn as you learn your body, I mean, some people look at my diet and they think that we're trolling, you know what I mean? Because you can do some crazy stuff when you're that dialed, or you know your body calls for it. I mean,
but look at your food though. Look at your food, like your cereal. It's rice-based cereal. You know, exactly. And it's like, okay, if you're using certain supplementation or you have a high,
it's just oversaturation of carbs. Really,
people don't understand that. Like, I could eat that. Like, I have cereal in my diet a lot of times too. I could swap that out, and it doesn't do shit to me. But that's very independent based, you know. And people don't look at it in the grand scheme. They just think, oh, he's eating cereal, or oh, he ate a muffin,
but they think I eat that every day, and it's like, no, I'm actually eating fish like every.
You had no carbs for like 3 days, I think. Was it? It was like. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think it's the whole go to we younger men, we had some pretty, at least I had some pretty stupid sayings that I would do in the gym. Like in the gym, we used to yell across the gym, biggest casket wins. Like, dude, let's fucking go. Like, that was like our mentality. Like, I remember the saying was like, I'd rather live 5 years as a lion than like 25 years as a sheep or something like that. You know what I mean?
Like,
right? Like, that was like the mentality of a 25, 26-year-old back when I started bodybuilding. And it's like, man, at 40 years old, I'm like, fuck that, dude. Like, I'm not trying to do any of that shit. And you don't need to, you know, you really don't need to. I knew a dude that used to put a whole vial in one day, you know, like, why? Just why, you know?
You also need to know, not as far as drugs, but training wise, you also need to know how far you can push it. Like, I firmly believe, like, the way I grew up, I got started a lot of times in powerlifting, you know, but it was kind of both. I trained as a powerlifter and a bodybuilder when I was like 12. And I learned both, but it's like they would put me in the fucking dirt, dude. Like, in the dirt. I was a new guy for years. But it also taught me how far I can push it. But as I got older, started learning, okay, there's a point where, like, it's like filling up your gas tank. Once it's full, it's full. There's only so much you can take. But I think a lot of people now just don't even know how to push it to that other level of, you know, even being able to, you know, work hard enough. You know, it's like, oh, it hurts. Okay, I'm done.
It's also
where it's like
now. That's the thing. Everyone's reinventing the wheel. They're like, put 7 attachments on a prime row. It's like, brother, the row's already made. Like, just use it the way it's supposed to be used.
It's like girls with all the glute shit. It's like, I was like, you want to have a big ass? Bro. Look at them football players. You know what they do? Squats.
Fuck, dude. Squat. We have 14 glute pieces, and they do the same thing a regular, any kickback would do. There's 7 different variants of a hip thrust. It's like, just what happened to just grabbing a barbell? You know?
I mean, I get when it's like you're trying to fine tune. Like, there's a lot of these people, like, even like my wife, like, she, you know, she's always back squatted, all this stuff. But as you get older, like hip issues and these other things, where it's nice to isolate and find isolation movements, like we talk about with all these different back equipment, you know, chest equipment and things like that, to find something that can help like your body mechanics. Like for me, back has always been an issue for me. Legs, I mean, and arms and shoulders, things like that, never been an issue for me. But back, connecting with my back, I would bend over a barbell row 500 pounds, dude. I was deadlifting over 700 pounds. And it's, why is my back shit? Because I didn't have the mental, like, I couldn't, like, connect with my back, for one. For two, my mechanics weren't good. So a lot of these new pieces of equipment mechanically put you in a good advantage. So, like, some of this glute stuff, I get, but, like, they forget, start with here. Like, you're just starting. Like, you have never been in a gym. This 200-pound girl, never been in a gym. You've never eaten right. Let's start the basics. Get your foundation set. Let's get those bricks laid. And then if we need to adjust, then we can add these things in. But people jump to this because they see all their favorite athletes do this. Oh, Branch trains like this. Yeah, well, no one can train like Branch, for one. For two, Branch didn't just start like this. You know, Ronnie, Christopher Bumstead, like all these guys, it's like they're fine-tuning what specifically works for them. I'm sure you all have training partners that jump in with you and they do exactly what you do. A buddy of mine, he does the same thing. I'm like, dude, I train literally when I come to the gym, you train with me. I'm not thinking about you. I'm thinking solely me. Everything I'm doing is for me. I don't give a shit about you. I'm sorry. But like, I'm training for myself. So the way you're training is specifically for my build and what I'm trying to do. You know, it's like you got to find your path and find and set the lay those foundations like we all probably have. You know, it's all comical, man. It's anymore. It's like, Moeller, I just, my wife and we look at her and start talking about like, who gives a shit? What's that even freaking talk about? It's so annoying. I just don't care about anybody else.
The good thing about now too is we're all built different, right? Like you said, you're 5'4", I'm 5'8". We would have different leverages. You know, so like you know, now the cool thing is that you're able to do these things and have those different leverage points and be able to actually connect. Versus like for me, like I never really connected well with bent over barbell rows just because I engage my traps way too much, you know. I never can grow my lower lats with it. But then I started using like the mega masses and then the T-bars, primes and all this stuff. And I'm able to actually like squeeze, contract, pull my elbows behind my back without thrusting my hamstrings and my glutes the entire time, you know. So it's you know, pros and cons. Like 1,000 ways to skin a cat, like they say, you know.
Well, for sure.
100%, man. You know, that's what's cool about bodybuilding, man. And that's why I like that you guys are all doing this podcast. You know, and you guys invite me on a few times and getting to know a lot of these other athletes. Anytime I see somebody pop up that's going to be at USA's or I know my friend requested, I'm like, yeah, I want there to be more of how it used to be, like this like common group of people we can all chit chat and have fun, dude. Like I don't want my whole experience based off of just a placing. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, we all want to win, right? I mean, I've placed top 5 at USA's and the nationals, and it's like, you know, great, you know, but it's like I don't want to base the whole experience off of just that alone. You know, I want to meet great people, you know, biblical men too, you know, and that's what's cool about this is that we're all getting to meet each other. And like you guys both coming from Classic. I don't know about you, Adam. Were you Classic or are you just getting this bodybuilding?
Since day one, I've been lightheaded.
Adam's a young gun, man. Yeah, how old are you again, bro?
I'm still 26.
Yeah, so okay. I mean, I remember when you did your first show, man. I think you were still maybe even natural at that point, and you almost like I don't want to hype you up like that too hard, but you almost had like this Derek Lunsford kind of look, you know, like young, just like very young muscle, but just the shape. Your quads are nuts, bro. Like,
I didn't know what was going on, honestly. I swore I was Classic, but coach told me since day one I was like a $182, not in shape, and he's like, you're bodybuilding, and I just never saw it. Did the first show. It was actually a pretty big amateur show. I believe there's 12 guys in light heavyweight, and I won the class. I wasn't even in shape, but I guess my shape carried me. And even after winning, I'm like, no, I'm not bodybuilding. I'm Classic. And I mean, here we are now. And now I finally feel like maybe I'm a bodybuilder.
So Charles knows you pretty well, at least.
I was originally in California, so I think like right, we all kind of like-minded or know each other, who each other are. We like that's just kind of the age of the social media, right? But I don't know if we ever even have met in person, but I remember him because I was new on the scene in 2022. I started competing there, and then I moved to Vegas, actually 2023.
Yeah, we did have mutual friends too, Joe and Paul. I was pretty close to them. So that's right. You and then vice versa.
I forgot you. I mean, yeah, Joe and Paul, like Joe Palacio is one of my first bodybuilding friends ever. That was my first show. Which was a great first show, by the way, because it was California State, which is always huge. And it was like, I mean, the top 3 at that regional show, it was Joe Palacios, Andy Paredes, who's won like, 3 or 4 Classic shows, and then like the whole top 5. It was a good reminder of like, damn, like this is bodybuilding. Like California to me, unfortunately, it's become kind of shitty, right? And it's super expensive, and that's part of the reason I left. But it's kind of the pinnacle of bodybuilding. You think Gold's Venice,
the history, bro.
Gold's Venice, man. I did my first prep there, and I'm just so grateful for that. Like I got exposed to the OGs and the old guys, over there that by the way, are still there. Most of them, they're not really on Instagram, but learning in the pose room with those guys. And I trained with Charles Glass for a period of time.
I was gonna say, every time I go there, Charles is there training people still this day.
Dude, he's like, he can barely freaking see, and that was 4 years ago. And he's still doing it every day. We talk about loving the iron, but it's something special about that. It all stems from Arnold, and I think just it's unfortunate. I feel like a lot of those guys I just kind of followed. They came over here to Las Vegas, and some of them dispersed to Texas. There's Florida. Some of you guys, it's a great bodybuilding area, so there's like kind of this new generation, and again, I'm right here in Las Vegas, but it's becoming pretty freaking sick here. I'm excited, like you guys are doing this. We're bringing attention to the amateurs. Like this USA's will be big. We're doing a huge thing at Dragon's Lair. There's going to be that giant posing clinic and event. So it's like, it's an exciting time for national, upcoming bodybuilding.
Yeah. Yeah. So for our listeners, like, why don't we go around the horn and kind of introduce yourself, kind of give a little bit of a history and like maybe this year what you guys did, because we've got definitely a couple, Charles, you got 2 overalls, Ty's got 2 overalls, Collin's got an overall. And I don't know about V and Adam, but let's go around the horn and kind of like introduce yourselves to everybody, because that's what this whole podcast is about, is kind of bringing the community to know everybody and just bring everybody together. So I don't know who wants to start, but we could start with the solo super if we want.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Sorry, my dog's yapping over here. I got a little dog these days, yelling at the Instacart. Got the groceries coming in. Yeah, man. So I'm Charles. Charles Ikle. I'm a competitive national super heavyweight. This is really my first. I would call it my debut national season, because 2024 I won the Legions. That was when I first moved to Vegas in my class. And then I went on and I jumped into the Olympia Amateur 2024. So I did not prepare for that. But as you guys know, as far as the regional shows go, there's just not really super heavyweights these days. So I wanted to see where I stacked. I knew probably I wasn't going to do. I didn't want to say that I wasn't stepping in confident, but I just didn't really know. And so I learned very quickly, and I just needed that thickness, that maturity. I've gotten very big, very fast. And so I basically, just give you the background into that. I got 7th place at 2024 Olympia Amateur. And then I went into a big off season, which I'm just now coming out of. I went and I won the Jay Cutler Desert Classic here in Las Vegas, which is, really the biggest Vegas show regionally. And then I went down and competed in Texas at the Better Bodies Classic in front of my sponsors, Gasman Better Bodies, and I won the overall there as well. So that was in April. And now I'm rebounding, growing into USA's, which is kind of like my debut national season that I've been preparing for since 2024. This has kind of been my plan. I was kind of being sneaky about it, which it was really just a couple of weeks ago that Bodybuilders Without Borders posted that I was doing the show. It's right here in my hometown, so that's what I'm doing this year. But it's a pleasure, privilege to be on this podcast with you guys, get to know you all, and I love bodybuilding. This is what I feel like I'm supposed to do, and I think it's really cool that we're bringing that attention and community to it. And I'm always down to swap with like-minded individuals and iron brothers. Iron sharpens iron.
Nice. And who's your coach?
Cement Factory, AJ Sims.
AJ Sims, very nice.
Dude, he's been killing it, bro. He's been killing that shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. He's been my coach since the beginning, man. He got me right out of my first show. So I did first show with kind of like a local coach. I feel like that's a normal route for most people. Then you look for that, that next big coach or who you want to kind of make your career with. And I was very lucky to get with him early, and he's not really in the scene as much anymore, but he and I are very close. I go down to see him. He gives me. I'm texting him nonstop most days right now, at least for the last few months.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Who's next? Let's go Ty. Let's go Ty.
Yeah. So yeah, my name's Ty. This is my second time on this podcast, so I appreciate you having me again.
Absolutely.
But yeah, coming up from Classic this year, my first year in not my first year. I competed as a middleweight in 2024 when I did Classic, and I kind of was just stuck on Classic. Like I thought that's where I needed to be. I thought my structure fit it well, which it did, but just decided to make that leap this year. And like you said, we were aiming for St. Pete. I knew I wanted to do St. Pete after North Americans last year or 2024. And I knew I wanted to do USAs. That was my goal from the time I got off stage. So we put that plan in place. I jumped into mid-Florida early just to kind of test the waters because I was so much heavier than I was in Classic. So we're like, hey, let's do an early show before St. Pete. Let's like test some food, see how much you need to fill out, what the peak's going to look like because it's a completely different physique. Won that show and then went into St. Pete, which was a lot more competitive. There's some good bodybuilders there for sure. Won heavies there and then won the overall there, which was kind of what I needed to like, all right, we're ready for USAs. You know what I mean? So I knew mid-Florida was good, but the competition was good, but it wasn't at the level of St. Pete. I knew it wasn't going to be. Yeah. And then now here we are, and I'm pulling down the light heavies. I wasn't expecting to go down the light heavies. I thought for sure I was going to be a heavyweight, but with how we were looking around 205, 208, I was like, hey, we might as well pull down. So definitely feeling good about it, man. I think I've been able to hold my tissue, which is good, especially pushing down. And yeah, man, I'm excited to meet all you guys over there in Vegas who's going to be there and get on stage with these other light heavies that are in here. I've met Collin and a few others. So, hey, Jay, you're Marine Corps?
Me?
V?
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. V. Everyone calls me for my last name because of the Marine Corps, so everyone just calls me V. Yeah,
I was in the Marine Corps, so yeah. So
who are you?
That too. 03.
My boy. Hell yeah, I was 03 too.
Yeah, I was in Jacksonville the whole time. So.
Oh, were you? I was 3'4", so I was in the fucking stumps.
Yeah, I was 1'8". Yeah, 29 stumps.
yeah. Oh, small world. Huh?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me. I'm excited to get out there in Vegas. I will be at that. I should go to that posing seminar as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Chris Massaro invited me, so I'll probably make an
training partner, man. Yeah, he actually had mentioned. I think did you compete? Was it 2 weeks ago then?
2 weeks ago at St. Pete.
Yeah, because he had left me from training to go to. He had a client, I think, that won.
Yeah, he's a heavyweight that I went against. Mikey, he's a good bodybuilder.
Oh, Mike, yeah, that's right. Yeah, for sure, man. That's what I'm saying. We all kind of know who each other. It's a small community. I mean, Chris just moved out here. He won the USA's last year in the heavyweights. I mean, debatably could have won the show, and it's.
Yeah, he reached out to me on Instagram shortly after St. Pete and was like, asked me what my weight was and stuff. You know what I mean? I think he wanted an idea because I went up against this guy. And I told him I was like 202 before going in. But I think the way I hold it, on stage, I look a lot bigger. Like in my check-in pics and stuff, like I feel like I look bigger on stage, which obviously is a good thing. But yeah, a lot of people are pretty surprised when I say that I'm pulling down to a light heavy. So I'm kind of taller for a light heavy. I'm like 5'7.5", but I hold it well. So
yeah, you do. Your shape is
play your game, bro. That's the thing, right? You gotta. Yeah. You I feel like it sounds like at least what you're saying. You've done enough, feedback with your body at this point that that's why you do these shows and doing a couple of shows before the USA. That's why it's been cool. I mean, for both of us, right, to get that data going in, and
absolutely
that just brings an even better look. So, I mean, that's the goal, right? It's bodybuilding, if you can make improvements show to show, then regardless of a place, and you're doing it right.
I mean, I love light heavies. Like I thought for sure going into the off season, I thought that's where I would land was light heavies. But as I pushed up and I got up in the 250s and I'd stayed pretty lean in the off season. I had abs and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll probably be a heavy. And I was for the first show, but just still needed more in the glutes. I knew I had more to give and more to push. And We wanted to see what weight, we wanted St. Pete to be really close to what we were going to put on stage at USA's. And with how close it was, and talking with these guys on the last podcast I did, and then, getting feedback from the judges, it was like a no-brainer to just take off the last, 70 pounds. So
yeah, you look fucking gnarly at St. Pete. So
yeah, I appreciate it.
I wish I was there. I was at a wedding, but I wish I was there.
Normally I loved it, man. I love the look. Like, honestly, going into prejudging, I was off at prejudging. I didn't even know if I was going heavyweights because Mikey looked good,
Right.
And the travel there, the driving there the day before was like brutal. Like the fucking traffic was awful, and we were in traffic for like 5 hours, and then got there the next morning. I was just holding a film of water, and it wasn't bad during prejudging, but I wasn't 100%. And then going into finals, I just rested. I came in like a pound and a half lighter at finals, and it was just a completely different look. And I was like, all right, this is what I need at USA's, you know what I mean? Just a little bit tighter, but like that fullness and dryness I had at finals was, I don't think I could have been any better for that show for finals. So
no, you look great, dude. So,
yeah, I appreciate it.
Looking forward to seeing you at USA's. Let's learn about Adam.
Yeah. So first, I just want to say thank you guys for inviting me on. I've actually never done anything like this, so it makes me feel like a real bodybuilder.
Yeah,
be included. Yeah, I've had an interesting journey. I started off honestly not being too intrigued by bodybuilding. My fiance now actually is the one that got me into it. She's a competitor, IFBB Pro in wellness. And I would go to shows, her coach saw me and he's like, hey, you have great shape, genetics, you should try it out. And I kind of just brush it off. Like, it doesn't intrigue me. And then finally, being around the community, the people, it grew on me. So I decided to go for it and do one show. And I actually really, really enjoyed the discipline factor and, learned a lot about myself. And we did the first show. Like I mentioned earlier, I didn't even realize what I did. I was just up there. I think I was 20 or maybe 21. And there was 12 guys for an amateur show, which was pretty big. I got first. Again, didn't really know much, but now that I've been around, I know that was a pretty big deal. And it kind of made me want to keep pursuing it. It's like, you know what? I just kind of had fun with this and I won. Let's see what would happen if I actually, dial it in. So obviously we qualified for nationals. We took a year off. We did USA's, I believe, in 2022. And I got second call out. I believe I placed 8th. And I thought I was going to be done. But I'm somebody that, if I start something, I have to finish. And I just felt like I wasn't quite done yet. So we took some time, came back, meeting people, growing with the community. It just kept growing and growing and growing on me. I actually started developing passion and a love for it. Meeting people like Charles, Joe, Paul, inspiring me, seeing these massive guys. And I'm like, man, could I do that? So we took some time off again, picked up another amateur show, took first, and then we ended up going to Texas Nationals, which that was a different animal. That gave me a real feel of like some competition, and we ended up getting first call out there. I believe that was 23, and there was, I believe, 48 guys in light heavy that year, and pulling that first call out, I ended up in 6th. That was pretty huge, and it really sparked something in me. I'm like, all right, well, we stepped it up a little bit. Now we're placing, first call out at this high tier show. So I ended up coming back to nationals again the following year, and there was a little bit less guys. I think there was 38, but
it's still a lot.
It's still a lot, yeah. But there was 38, and I got 6th again. So, that one kind of stung a little bit. Like, obviously, I have fun no matter what. Like the journey, meeting people, I'm never disappointed. It is what it is. You place where you place for a reason. But it kind of sparked a fire in me that I never had. It made me hungry because, it's like now I've been competing. I've done a handful of amateur shows. I've never lost my class. I've missed some overalls, but second call out nationals, USA's, first call out Texas Nationals, and then first call out Texas Nationals again. So it's like, in my mind, there's potential here. We're getting somewhere. And also this last Texas Nationals, my fiance turned pro. So that fire kind of sparked even more just thinking about the future. It's like, you know, we go have kids. They're like, oh, my mom's IFBB Pro. How about your dad? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, right.
So now I'm like, you know, and it's not just
Justin.
It's not just about pro. There's more to it. Like, obviously, it just keeps growing and growing on me. I genuinely do love the sport now, and it just continue to grow, you know. And I have athletes myself now. I do have a full-time job. That's the setup I'm at here. So I work a 9 to 5, and then I coach some athletes. I train people. So my days are pretty crazy, but you know, learning to balance that and schedule my days, and again, just growing as a person. But the last show we did to requalify was about two or 3 weeks ago. It was just a little local one because I missed that top 5 for the requal out in Texas. So I had to pick up an amateur. So we did Riverside, only like 20 minutes away from where I stay right now. And we came in like 85%. We weren't very conditioned, but we won the class. There was a super heavyweight that showed up, and he ended up taking the overall, which he'll be doing USAs as well. His name was Alo. So he'll be out there. He's really, really cool guy. But yeah, I got an email right before that show that they decided there was enough bodybuilders to split the classes, because I was going to do heavyweight, which that's where I usually sit for amateurs. But I got that email, and I'm like, man, I need this qual. I can't really risk this. So I texted my coach. I was like, hey, do we got to make this weight or what? And he's like, what do you weigh? And I remember texting him. I think it was 11:56 a.m. and I was just under 205. And he's like, are you good for it? You want to make the push? I was like, let's do it. So I ended up pulling 6.8 pounds in about 2 hours to make weight everywhere. So we still weren't conditioned, so it was all water, but we made that weight. Yeah. We did what we had to. We got the qual. Again, Alo, the super heavy, took that overall. He was like 242. I was 198 flat. I mean, he had some size on me. But yeah, I'm excited to get to USAs. You know, my feedback has always been, if you get your upper to match your legs, you're ready to turn pro, you know. And I've never nailed conditioning. Conditioning has always been a problem for me. And right now, you know, seeing the check-ins, comparing, this is the tightest I've ever been, and we're not even peaked. We're pretty much at weight already. I believe we're about 2 pounds off. So we're right there. So this is the first time I'll be kind of coasting and fine tuning into a show. Usually it's go right up into show day. And, you know, that causes inflammation, stress, whatnot. So it's a good feeling to be on schedule.
Right.
I do think the recent amateur show had a role in that, because, you know, I was semi-ready, and then we kind of just kept digging. But it's been a very slow process. You know, we're kind of going day by day, and we're dropping slowly, but we're pretty much there already. So I think with the feedback that I got, you know, hopefully we can secure that top 5, because a 6th place would hurt a little bit again. So if we get the top 5, I'd be content. I'd be happy. Top 3, even better. Pro, amazing. But I'm really hoping and shooting for that top 5 for this USA's.
So, Adam, who's your coach?
I work with T4 Bodies. His name's Enrique. He's pretty local to me. He's a low-key guy, but I've been working with him for 5 years. He's the only coach I've ever had, and we just connect really well. He's very attentive. He is the only coach that I know that shows up to every single show. Like, that's cool. Amateur show, national show, no matter what country, state, he's there. I kid you not, 2 weeks ago, he was in China, and then he flew into Tennessee for nationals, and then he had somebody in Alabama. So he literally went from China to Tennessee, and then he drove to Alabama, got home just in time to peak me for the regional, and then he's gone every weekend. So something about him, you know, he's very attentive, he's very present, and you know, I think we just clicked really well. And obviously, after 5 years, he knows my body pretty good. He knows I don't take much attention. I don't complain. If you give me protocol, consider it done. So, yeah, we've been doing pretty good. Every show has been better and better. So I have no complaints there.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's what you want out of a coach, right? You want somebody that you jive well with, that you trust, that you feel good around, you know they have your back always and your best interest. So, I mean, that's the golden ticket. I mean, so Collin, I know you've been with Tuttle for like 4 or 5 years. Charles, you've been with AJ your whole career. Ty, you've been with your coach for
my whole career. Yeah, 5 years. Yeah.
You've been 5 years. V, what about you, bro?
I'm self-coached. So
sick.
Yeah, I coach.
Okay.
I coach myself.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was with Matt Jansen for a few, and obviously he's not coaching anymore. So after that, he actually, we stopped. I was 4 weeks out from USA's, the last USA's I did, and he was just done coaching, and I was like, well, 4 weeks out, like it's kind of a tough place.
Oh yeah.
Kind of a tough place to be in. So, man, within 4 days, like 8 pounds, 9 pounds of water, like just sitting there, like, what am I gonna do? What am I doing? Then my boy Danny Unin, he was coached or is coached by George Farah. So he talked to Farah, and Farah picked me, and he did very well. We won the overall Texas Pro Amateur, and then rolled into Pittsburgh that year as Classic. Took fourth, and then the following year, which is this year now, I really, did not adhere to the protocol too well. I couldn't get behind a lot of chems. They were not trying to, out anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just I don't really mesh well with them. I have just talk on mental awareness, stuff like that. I have my own anxieties and stuff like that. Just they get heightened, on certain compounds, and I just didn't want to do them. So I told them, and it didn't really mesh well. So I decided, and it's best. Like, I know my physique, I know how to train. I've won multiple overall with other clients and stuff like that. Like, I can do this. So I just trust my intuition and my gut, and by far this has been the easiest prep I've ever done in my life. And I know that sounds, everyone's struggling at their own points. You have your highs and you have your extreme lows. I'm by no fault I'm trying to like say like this easiest thing in the world, but knowing like I'm seeing myself progress and I'm getting leaner each week, I know I can, change protocols and not have to, sit there and like, hey, like this isn't working, or like have that mindset where like I'm disappointing somebody, which we all kind of, sometimes do. It's been a stress reliever for me. So it's definitely going to be interesting rolling in to the show, because it is the first national show where I'm peaking myself. So that's going to be fun. But I love this shit, man. I love, like some people like Aceto and stuff, they have like an eye. You can't, they don't know how to explain what they see, but they can just see it and be like, you need this, you need this. I feel like with me, that's how I am too. And I love it, man. I love the coaching aspect of things. And that's my passion for it, is I want to be able to leave bodybuilding, not just as, a pro or whatever. I want to be able to leave a legacy of people behind me that see my life and see how I've done it and I've coached through, and have them progress in their lives and their journeys, and show that, anything's possible when you really lock in and can adhere to something and not doubt yourself.
Love it. Love it, man. Fucking self-coached. Do you use somebody as a second eye? Like no? You go for it?
I do everything myself, man. live alone. You know, I work at the gym. I coach at the gym. I work online. I do massage therapy. Um, yeah, man, I do everything for myself. Cook, do it all. I wish, everyone wants that second eye and that second person, or even like a significant other. But I'm as much as I was preaching earlier about balance. I the balance, like you said, it's different when you have, you know, children and wives and stuff. I don't have that, so like my balance is me. My focus is me. So that is playing to my benefit for sure.
For sure.
I'm
Yeah,
a
there's
self-coach. I would be off season right now during this prep.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, my wife self-coaches too, but I'm like a second eye for her. Like I kind of she'll run something by me, or she'll ask, like, what do you think? Or it usually comes down to day of the show or day before the show, when she's like second guessing herself on how she's gonna bring herself in. And she needs somebody confident to just go, this is what you're eating. Just eat this right now, chill out, relax, because she'll just spin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool that you're able to do it all by yourself. I would diet myself into fucking oblivion. I'd be a fucking middleweight by now if I self-coached. I'd have no fucking legs.
But that's the thing too, man, is because like I do get really heavy in the off season. I'm not like these guys that can have 700 grams of carbs in contest prep. Like, I'm a very fast gainer, so if I eat 100 grams of carbs, like I'll put on 15 pounds. Like it's just how I've been fighting my genetics, like I said, for a long time, trying to fit classic. You know, I think truly, like, if I really just let go of the brakes, I like I said, I was 265. You know, I can definitely be up there. I don't necessarily want to be, a super or whatever, but I really want to go into the 212 division eventually and push that and see where I can do with that if I make it to that level.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm blessed with a insatiable appetite and the ability to grow with not much food. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a pretty shitty situation when you're really fucking hungry and like to eat. But
It's a blessing and then it's a fucking curse,
uh-huh.
because these
Yeah.
guys, they're like, in the off season, man, I eat like, close to 900 grams of carbs, yeah, but I'm wearing that 900 grams of carbs. Where these guys are, eating, 1,000 grams of carbs and they're not gaining. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, brother, you don't know how good you have to.
Yeah, I wear 900 grams of carbs like a fat suit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I eat 2,000 grams of carbs just the other day, 2 weeks out.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
sounds delicious.
Yeah, bro.
A whole month right there.
Yeah, I love that for you, man.
It literally looks like an eating contest, bro. It's like it's fun right now, but it's kind of disgusting if you really look at it in retrospect. Like
to a normal human, they don't understand it, but
yeah, man. I mean, I'm talking 200, 250, 300 grams of carbs in a meal, like around my workout, like my pre and post workout.
Yeah.
A mixing bowl like this big, like literally full of cream of rice to the very brim,
Dude,
5 times a day. I can polish it off with some triples. Like,
do you like flavor gangs and elevates and stuff like that, or no?
I pride foods all the way.
Really? I feel like it's hella grainy, bro. I'm not a big grainy.
No, I'm actually, they actually just came out with a new flavor line, bro. It's called Tio Sean, so like Mexican flavors.
Ooh.
It's a little bit creamier, so it's like the reason I like it, like I'm all about my digestion, bro. If I eat that, I was with Flavor Gang years ago when they first started, and like the sauces, like I love them. I'm not talking bad. Like Ross is a good friend of mine. It just I couldn't. I would want to eat them. They'd be in my fridge, but it would send me, I'd be peeing out of my butt. So it's like, you got to go with what works for your stomach. And sometimes like, you get the hype of like the Elevate creamy rice. Like, to be honest, I tried. I don't even think it tastes that great. Like I'm more of a natural, like private foods kind of, I've loved it since the beginning. It tastes really good. But the Mexican flavors are unreal, bro. You guys got to try those.
I got to give that a shot. Yeah, I like the flavor gain just because for me, that powdery refined. I like I said, I don't eat many carbs, so like to have a bowl that big, man, I like little diet hack here. Zucchini only has like 5 grams of fucking carbs, and it's mostly fiber.
Mm.
I fucking throw the zucchini in the microwave, and I throw it in a blender with the cream of rice, and I blend that up with a little, quarter teaspoon of baking powder, and it makes this fucking giant bowl. And in my head, I'm like, dude, I'm crushing 300 grams of cream of rice right here, but it's only like 32 grams,
Yeah.
But it helps me mentally, So like, it's just to get that satiation versus, a lot of guys they'll just sit there and just stare at a wall blankly or chew a pillow because they're fucking so hungry. And I'm like, man, you can do these things. Like it's not you don't have to do the old school animal. I don't know if you guys remember that animal video with what's his name? The guy from New York, Joe, I think his name is I can't remember, but I remember watching him when I was a kid, and he's sitting there, only has lemon juice and black pepper, and he's pouring on plain chicken. He's just sitting there eating it. And I was like, that's it. That's what I got to do. And I would sit there at 16, 17, just chewing on this cardboard. And I'm sitting there like, this is it. Now, there's a million ways, like I said, skin a cat. If you digest, if you do this, you can do these things,
For sure. Yeah, I'm a Flavor Gang guy. I'm an affiliate of theirs, and I know Colin, you're a Flavor Gang guy.
Oh yeah, I pound that shit.
Flavor Gang looks like
Twice
they've
a day.
upped their level. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm seeing your guys' posts. I'm thinking about ordering that.
Dude,
logo.
Pride Foods though, man. I started with Pride Foods because Chris, he's good friends with the owner. And dude, I'm not kidding you. He sent Chris, I'm not kidding you, a fucking 50-gallon drum of that maple brown sugar, dude. I'm not even kidding you. When I was at his place a couple years ago, he's like, "Oh, yeah, here, let me give you a Ziploc." I like them all. The ones I don't like as much is the Elevate. That to me is like the sweeteners they put in it. It seems very fake, but the flavor gain, the peanut butter. I mean, dude, I have like 20 something bags in my freaking thing, dude. I mean, it's that lemon pound cake's really good.
It's so diverse.
But I get to eat quite a bit. Like my low days, I'm still doing 80 grams weight of that. With almond butter and I do a Ninja Creamy with that, my fruit, But I do the lemon,
the creamy, and
oh yeah, make it
flavor,
into like
or just like hot
a
rice.
spoon of.
Like that's shout out to Jordan. That's like the hot and cold
the drizzle.
Yeah.
So I'll do the drizzle with it too. It's like I sell like what I do, like my breakfast. I do my Ninja Creamy, and because the protein, I use a lot of core stuff to help support joy, but also they have some good proteins. But it's like 68 grams weight wise to get 50 grams of protein. So I'll do 50 grams in my Ninja Creamy with some cinnamon, some trivia, and then I'll freeze that, and then I'll leave the remainder, turn that into like like a pudding kind of thing, and then I'll blend my whole banana in that Ninja Creamy, and then I'll put that over top of it with cracked sea salt, and then I'll have my flavor gain. I do this every day. I do the half the lemon pound cake right now with the chocolate brownie or the peanut butter, and then I do cinnamon trivia, and then I put more drizzle over that, and then I hit 30 grams of almond butter over that, and so that's what I do.
It's so funny how most of us, I would say, never even spoke to each other, but we sit here and we have the same mindset. We all do the same
mindset.
And I do this year round, dude. It's not because I eat the same food year round. Like none of it changes for me. Like it's the same. So when people are like, "Oh, just because you're probably," no, dude. I eat this shit every day, and I love it. Like
you talk about diet hacks.
Yeah, it's like after my show, the last one I just did. I did 150 grams of my cream of rice, and I made up my bowl, and I put it on, ice packs, and I took it backstage with me. When I was done, I ate that. I mean, I just like my food.
That's it. If you have diversity, it's these guys that don't have diversity, where they're just, once you see them get off the stage, they're like, I need 7 cookies, I need all the pizza, I need all the fucking this, the other, and you're like,
it's also just they're not, a lot of these guys you listen to, and there's just a lot of people that still work with coaches that, quite frankly, I think are shit, and they don't understand nutrition at all. Like they have no micronutrients in their diet. Like they have no added fats. They have no fruits, no carbohydrates. It's like it just fish and veggies and shit like that, and some monster dudes doing this. It's like there's some great physical like specimens out there that can get away with it, but imagine much better if they actually ate properly. And they're doing 3 hours of cardio, 2 hours of cardio, an hour of cardio.
Yeah.
I do zero cardio, zero.
I'm not doing any cardio right now either.
Just steps. And my steps right now are I do 8,000 steps a day. And if he throws in cardio, and I used to be the guy that 3 hours on a stair mill, dude, I'd eat like 7-8 pounds of fish a day with, and no carbs, no fruits, no nothing. But it's because your body's freaking starving to death, dude. There's a reason why you're craving this shit, because your body needs it.
Can't it's like by night. You got that, and that's a bit major thing too, is with these guys. I mean, you get to the point, everyone gets to the point of prep where sleep is being hindered, whether that's from compounds or, just sheer starvation. But a lot of times, man, these coaches, your last 3 meals have no added fats, and you're eating tilapia with a couple of sticks of asparagus, and you're just so malnourished in the micronutrients aspect where you can't even take a shit. You can't even.
Well, look at most of them, though. Look at most, I would say 99% of them. Not the top tier. There's some top tier dudes that still kind of diet like that. There is. Mm-hmm. But I can name, dude, I know so many that are great bodybuilders and people on the outside that aren't really involved in the sport. Look at them, man, they look amazing on stage. No, dude, they could be so much better. They're just banking off their genetics, and because they eat like nothing. They're starving, dude. And these guys that are coached by, I know a few, I'm not going to name names, they always come in freaking spilled over a soft because they eat nothing. And all of a sudden they make weight or whatever, and they're peeled, straight loose, and then they feed them up, spill the fuck over, dude, every time, and they look like shit, and then they have health problems, kidney problems, all these things. Oh well, just need to get bigger. Well, dude, when you're making somebody 300 pounds in an off season and feeding them all this good shit, and they're eating good quality like nut butters, avocados, they're eating the fruits, they're eating all this stuff, good balanced food. Even, a lot of some of these coaches be like, "Hey, go have a cheesecake, have pizza." Okay, yeah, that's fine. But you say they get up to 300 pounds, and all of a sudden they go from eating like that to eating fucking just straight fish or just straight chicken, nothing else. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then they tell them, "Oh, well, it's because you need more muscle." No, dude, you're fucking taking all that off of you. Everything you put on is gone. Yeah. And I used to be with coaches like that, man, and it makes me mad because I see, for one, just the negligence of that. To me, it's like, when you work with somebody like Charles and I have talked about this shit, it's like when you have a high-end coach, dude, and I don't mean high-end, I mean, they're just in the limelight, but someone that honestly has like a master's of dietetics, that understands the human body and its response to food, and you start really learning this shit, you realize how stupid a lot of these guys are and how honestly just irresponsible they are. Adding DMP and all this shit. If you're having to use DMP, you're having to do 3 hours of fucking cardio a day, and you're having to eat nothing but fish and just chicken and nothing else for periods and periods of time, you don't know what you're doing.
Most of the time, they don't realize that even compounds they burn while you're not doing anything. So a lot of these, even the new peptide crazes, right? A lot of these peptides and stuff, while you're sitting there just chilling, they're active in your body and they're burning calories as you're sitting there burning, just chilling on the couch or whatever the situation is. So that's putting you in a bigger deficit. Most of these guys, pumping out Retas and all these things, don't realize that puts you in such a hole that there's nothing you're going to feed back into.
So it's like, I love when they say, "Oh, you're on enough compounds, right? You're on enough, tests and trend that you're not going to lose muscle tissue." Yeah. Bro, I don't give a shit, man. If you're driving a car 500 miles and you have 500 miles worth of fuel in it, once that's gone, it's gone. Dude, you cannot, you have to have fuel. I don't care about how freaking tricked out your freaking Honda Civic is, dude. Yeah. Like, you can have all the nitrous, all the stuff more, it could be beefed the fuck up. And once you're out of fuel, you're out of fuel. None of it does nothing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, guys, hey, I got to sign off. I got to go into work at 3 a.m. tomorrow. So,
good luck, man. Good luck.
Hey, Kyle, I'll hit you up later, bro.
I'm getting close there, too.
You guys in Vegas, everyone who's going to be there.
Man, I'll see you.
And
good luck, bro.
If we can all get together and maybe do something after, at least try to you guys,
That'd be cool if we could all pose or something beforehand. I'm gonna be out there the week before. I'll be there like Tuesday or
I go in
Tuesday. No, this is my city. I got everything that you possibly need around here. So if you need anything, guys, for real, let me know.
I'll definitely hit all you guys up when I get out there Tuesday. I think I land at like early, like 10 a.m. Tuesday. So looking forward to sharing the stage with you guys. And
let's have some fun. Yeah,
it's been nice connecting and meeting y'all because I like I said, I'm fairly new in this game and I don't really know anyone. So my girlfriend won USA's last year. She won the overall in wellness. So
bro.
She's kind of branching me out right now and then getting on these calls. And I've spent this last 6 months or so really put myself out there. So
let's build a community, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you guys out there. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Cheers,
bro.
See ya.
Yeah, man, it just wild to me. I was talking to Chris on the phone this morning. We're bullshitting. It's just like I know a guy getting ready for a show right now, and I won't get into specifics because I don't want anybody to know who it is. But the guy is like, I can't remember how many weeks out. I mean, he's close, and he's out of shape, dude. Like out of shape, and he's doing over 3 hours of cardio. He's eating 0 carbohydrates. He's just doing all this shit. I'm like, dude, you look like you're 16 weeks out. And it's like, he's like sub 5. And I'm like, well, coach says, oh, get there. We're just going to suffer. So I'm like, dude, you're going to suffer and you're going to get down. You're going to get down. And then you know what's going to happen? You're still going to be fat. You're going to be flat. And then you're going to spill.
Yeah. And then they're going to throw a diuretic in. And
this is a pro. This guy's a pro, you know, and he's not a bad dude. Like he's competed in Olympia a couple times, and just amazing genetics, you know, and work ethic. It's just crazy. It's just still so baffling to me that people like with all the information out there. It's like I used to be that guy, man. I used to coach people like that. I think it's like that's how it was. And it's like you look at the actual information now and how I've noticed with how my body's responded. I was that guy that did the 3 hours of cardio. I'm the guy that did like the no food. And now I do 0 cardio. I eat a fuck ton of food, dude. And like, I'm bigger than I've ever had, dude. And my body just responds. And I'm healthy. You know, I'm feel good. Like, it's just like, it's like, bro, like, how do these people get away with coaching people like this? And it's like, oh my God, it freaking pisses me off. I just go off on it.
No, it's literally the worst. And that's what happened with most of the coach. That's why I decided to self-coach myself is because, you know, bro, I was eating too much protein. And I love, bro, I don't think there's such thing as not liking protein for me. Specifically, I love protein. I love food, man. I love that. I love that shit. I can't lie, man. My first bulk, I was eating fucking, you know, 4 4x4s and a fucking stack of Krispy Kreme. I was like, yeah, we got to eat. I love to eat.
Yeah.
But these coaches, man, they'll blast you with AIs. Then your body's so systemically fatigued that once you get to that peak week, they're like, oh, all we got to do is dry out. It's brother, my muscle's been gone for 45 days.
It's not there.
It's not. There's there. No drying out. There's. I'm just done. Like, you know, it's over. Like,
but then they tell you, oh, we just gotta get bigger. We gotta get bigger. Let's do insulin and growth intravenously and just get you fucking huge.
Yeah.
You know,
Fuck, we're done. We're cooked.
It's like, man, if I have to, like, that's why I quit bodybuilding for a long time, dude. I mean, it fucked me up, like health-wise, fucked me up to the point where I was like, dude, like it was scary bad. And my wife and I, you know, she competed a few years later. And I was like, dude, I was drinking Coors Light every day, dude, hanging out, just doing. I wasn't doing the gym, man, just fucking 155 pounds, just doing what I want to do and enjoying life, dude. Just 30 racks of Coors Light, you know, some gin and tonics, and you know, eat fast, whatever I wanted, you know. And I was like, kind of like she competed. I was like, kind of like no one. I would go to the show, no one would recognize me at all, and they'd be like, they thought I was sick, that I had cancer and shit.
All those like, little whispers on the side.
Oh, bro, like, oh yeah, and it was just like I was like, I always, you know, because I got into it so young, man. It was like my whole identity, and I was like, I don't want to be known as just a bodybuilder. And then when it was gone, I was like, I don't even know who I am, which is a blessing, though. Like God did all this for a reason.
Right.
Put me through with these horrible coaches and these experiences, all these things to realize I am more than a bodybuilder, man. There's more things more important than this. But I am passionate about this and I do love this. And I was like, and I'm going to lean into it just in a more balanced way and being more self-alert. And my wife, I've always seen kind of Chris around. Like I didn't really know Chris. I had a couple of friends of mine that worked with him and spoke highly of him. And I knew how, educated he was, and especially with health, internal medicine. And my wife's like, if you're going to work with anybody, you can work with him. And that was the stipulation. And I bugged him, and I was waiting list. And finally I was like, dude, all right, fine. I'll take you on after a year. And I myself got back into the gym, and I went from being like, I was like 155, and in 3 months I went from 155 to 236, and it's just like boom in 3 months. And then he's like, dude, you're too fat to even do a prep. And so then we literally just in 1 year I dieted from that down to like 198, did a small like growth phase up to like 211, started dieting for a show. This is all within 1 year. Weighed in at 193 for my first show, won that. Then I went to nationals. A few months after that, I got fifth at nationals, and then that was my whole year from 155 to competing and gotten fifth at nationals. I was like, all right, well, hey, now I'm back into this. Let's give it a few years and actually do this correctly with the passion I have again. And that's like where I'm at now. It's like I haven't competed since 2020. Well, I competed this year, like, I don't know, like a month ago or something like that. And I was like, I think I weighed in at like 209 or something like that.
But dude, remember, dude, you're 5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's huge. 255 for someone a little bit taller.
Yeah. It's funny, man, because it's like with myself, there's not people around here that are involved in this. So that's always like, I'm not a big social media guy, but I don't like even like to put a lot of stuff out with myself. Like I was talking to Charles about this, and it's nice to communicate and talk to other guys that live this lifestyle and are involved in this, because I'm that guy in this city. I don't have anybody to compare to. I mean, I got friends like Jordan and all these other guys that I know very well that I know are fucking monsters. And, people don't see that type of people, but like, even like myself, I don't see myself as how I look, so I don't like putting stuff out there because I'm like, it's not what I want yet. It's not until after.
You rarely ever do, though. You rarely ever see yourself as what you really are.
No, I mean, in 23 when I did the Idaho, I was like, oh man, okay, I look like a bodybuilder. And then after this one I just did, I'm like, I don't ever realize how the density I've built, and how like thick. Because in my photos, I'm that guy does not look good in photos. And I know a lot of people say, but like, I don't translate in photos. Like I look some photos like Chris will put up, like he put that side tricep up. Dude, I don't like the way that looks, at all. Like, and he, it's like once I get like too like in front of him, it's always like, like I'm a lot denser than I lead in like a photo, especially at my height, because a lot of people think I'm like 5'7", 5'8". But I'm only 5'4". But like when I got off stage for prejudging, I was like, how do I look to my wife? And she showed me some photos, and it's like literally within 15 seconds getting off stage, I was like, holy fuck, I'm way better than all these motherfuckers. Like way. And I don't look at myself like I'm awesome. I look at myself subjectively. I can see, because I coached a lot of people for a long time. I always see the better of other people, and I see how they can always win, not how they lose. So like, even like myself, I see like if I was to compete against Tommy, I'm like, okay, Tommy's round. He's got this is how he could beat me. I don't think how I can win, because I'm so used to coaching people. It's like when my athletes are on stage, it look like how they can lose, And so I'm really good at looking at myself and being pretty honest. But then I look at myself like now, like I know like for USA's, I'm not going to be out muscled. I know that 100%. Like it just my density that I have in the tissue I have is just it's and I'm not trying to sound in this way at all, but
that's okay.
It's just like it's like at my height and my weight, this translates to some point where I'm gonna be really thickly. I'm not gonna be out muscle, and I'm gonna be conditioned as fuck. But it's like people, rap me all the time. Like, oh, dude, you're gonna win. I've been in those situations. I know how many times. I'm sure you guys have all been there. You're gonna win. It doesn't happen. You never know. You never know.
In the gym, this is your year.
Dude, I don't even talk to people anymore. Like I don't. There's a few people that I talk to, and like like Chris is that guy. Like I wasn't going to compete this year at all. And Chris, like, you have to do USAs. And like, I don't know, dude. I'm not ready. I need a couple of years. Like, no, you have to do USAs. You're doing USAs. That's the end of it. I booked the hotel. We're staying together. I'm like, okay. Like,
Bro,
it just, you know,
to reiterate on what you said earlier, man, I truly believe, you know, God, whatever you believe in, God, the universe, you know, there's no you timing. It's already written for you. You know what I mean? So you just got to go out.
100%, dude.
Man. Yes, sir.
God has you on a plan, right? And so how I look at it, like with what's gone in my life, with the bad situations with health, coaching, bodybuilding, just maturity level, I'm like, if I would have turned professional with these other guys, I would have been dead by now, dude. Like I opened a bad spot, and I look at it now, I'm like, huh, this makes sense. I am so much more. My faith is so much stronger now, and I'm like, man, that makes sense. God has put me in this situation, and I look at this, the people and the men I'm meeting through God. It's not because of me. It's like I had a guy write me. I did some. No, it's after I was after this podcast, man. A guy wrote me. He's a 212 guy. Don't know him. Wrote me. He's like, hey man, I'll listen to the podcast while I was doing the stair mill. I've always struggled with faith. What you said meant a lot to me because I was pretty. Jay and I were Bible thumping pretty hard.
Yeah, yeah, we were.
Yeah, but he's like, you know,
I actually watched that today before this. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I was like, damn, Colin's going in on one. Like,
bro, like I try not to, but it's just like, dude, it makes me feel on fire, man. And just like, because it's changed so much in me, you know. And it's like, and he's like, you know what?
It takes one to know one. I'm appreciating it, but
yeah, you know, and it's like he writes, he's
divine,
like,
bro. Like you got to be ready. You know what I mean? It's like
100%.
Like, and I feel like that's kind of how I feel stepping into this year. Is like, you know, I feel like a lot of people have that mindset, Colin. I can really share with that. Is like it was for me. It's been my girl. Like she like fire under my ass, get on stage. She pushed me to get on stage in 2024. So like when you're just, I'm losing my train of thought here. Honestly.
You're good. You're good.
You got to be ready to be a champion. That's what I'm saying. That's what it was. What she said to me. She was like, "I don't think you were ready to win in 2024," and it like really hit me. And like like stepping into the show, like that's the point. Like it doesn't matter who's there. It's just what you're bringing. You know that you're confident. You know, not even necessarily okay. I'm ready. I'm dialed in my physique, but like mentally, I'm ready to become a champion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Manifestation, bro. At the end of the day, it's always manifestation, you know? And the way I look at it is, why not me?
Sure.
You know, you prepared. You've done everything. You checked out the boxes. Why not me? You know?
Yeah, I think it's a good way to look at it. I think, though, like, I don't know, the way I look at it is it's like that kid I was saying is writing me, thanking me, all that stuff that he said he's going to start going to church. You know, and it's like he's like, thank you so much. He's like, I've just been struggling with this, and I don't even know this guy. And dude, that was it's on my phone. I'd read it to you, but dude, that was one of the nicest the messages I've ever received. Because if you really think about it, if you are a man of faith, it says about it's such a God worked through me, used me. We don't do any of it. He's using us for these other people. He's working blessings through us, right? He used me to help save that guy's life. If that's how he follows, and if he becomes saved. Like I'm like, it hit me. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like all from this little podcast, man. Like just a guy listening to me. And I'm a piece of shit. Like I'm like, and I was able to like that. I was like, God used me to do that. And like what you're saying, it's like when I went to this last show, I made it a point, like I was like, when I went into it, I pray, every day, and I pray. I'm like, God, if it's your will, great. I appreciate that, but I'm going to glorify you. And it's, every show, if you win the overall, they always let you say something. This time I didn't, and I was going to praise God. And but I spoke to every athlete about God, and we had some great. And I've still talked to them this day, and they sent me scripture, and it's like, man, and it's like that fired me up. And what you're getting to about saying about manifestation. I'm not huge. I believe in manifestation to a point. I think like everything's predetermined for one. For two, I think you can use manifestation to help, guide you and keep you on track. But how I've been like what I've been praying lately is like God, and I come to terms with because it's like when you think about it selfishly, you want to win. We all want to win. We want to turn professional, right? But I was like, is that really selfish? I'm like, God's instilled this in me. It's the thing too. So I just pray like God, thank you for instilling this work ethic in me. Help me, chase this dream that you instilled in me. Help me just keep using those work ethic that you gave me and work hard during my sets. I pray a lot while I'm training, dude. While I'm doing my set, I'm like, God, thank you for letting me feel this. Let me feel like shit. Being blessed enough to even do what I'm doing. And it's like, if it's your will to win, it's your will to win. But please, God, to help me have a more understanding and clarity of what this is really about and help me glorify you within winning or losing, and not let me look at this whole experience as just a loss if I don't. I was like, but God, please help me, achieve what I've been wanting to achieve. I don't believe in works. I don't give a shit how hard you work, dude. I know some dudes that could get, but dude, there's that kid on the couch right now. Dude, I know this one kid, this black dude, man, he is insane. He was literally eating microwavable food going into a nationals, never competed. He did one show, and then he turned pro, dude. And then the guy's insane. He don't work hard at all. I mean, that doesn't mean shit. You can bust your ass all you want, doesn't matter. But it's I just firmly believe it's like you just gotta keep on your path and keep God in first place, dude. God wants you to have those things. He will provide those things to you if your heart's in the right place. And if he doesn't,
manifesting, I mean it in the retrospect of, like you're saying, prayer and things like that. That's manifestation because you're putting that thought and you're translating that thought through God, and God's putting that thought and that feedback. God's going to put you in a position, whether it's uncomfortable or comfortable, it doesn't matter. It's a position to set you up for what you're asking for. And
that makes sense.
And all you can do is prepare. And then when the time comes, you say to yourself, send me. Why not me? I'm ready.
You know what the best feeling is, though, man? You think about it, and I have to remind myself this. Best freaking feeling ever. No matter what happens, the reason it happens that way is because God has a better path for you that's going to make you happier. It's going to be better for you. And you might not see it. It's like when you're a kid and you want a stupid tattoo and your parents tell you don't get it. Which I got a lot of them. It's like, it's like you don't see it now. But once you get older, you're like, oh, I see it. It's like God has that. It's like, hey, this wasn't provided to you for this reason. Because you know what? Maybe that's the downfall of you by achieving this. Like people that want money, they pray, they want money. Fine, God be like, okay, I'll bless you with that. It's a curse or a blessing. He might give you what you want to show you can't handle it. It's a lesson. Or it's a blessing and he provides it for you. God gives you what you can handle and he'll teach you in all areas, man. 100%.
A lot of people want that satisfaction right away, and that's a major thing is they pray on it. They're like, God, I need this right now. I need this like in my life right now. God, he's going to give it to you.
But it might sound kind of cheesy, but you got to think to like you ever see the one I just saw it the other day? You're living a prayer that you once asked for.
Exactly.
And that's how I felt like this. When you're really doing bodybuilding right, it takes a long time, but like that time will go by so fast. And that's what I'm learning now. Being 28, I haven't even thought about my birthday once. I'll be turning 29 5 days after USA's.
Hell yeah, bro.
But you just get so caught up in the outcome, the process, and it's so much deeper than a stage. And I think that's where, like, if you follow my coach, you obviously know he's very religious and he's, instilled or edified even in me, like how important it is. Like this is God, not just he's giving you a platform, like to really to inspire, to be a light, to be something different. And in something like bodybuilding that's so self-fulfilling or seen as selfish, like there's a lot of douchebags in our industry. Like there's we know this, but like when we can have conversations like this and other people who maybe feel that way, they're like, wow, I'm not alone. Or like, even being here in Vegas, man, like I'm on my way up. We're all on our way up. But like, even when you like, for me, when it's like, I see that young kid, like that 16, 18, 20-year-old kid, and the way that they look at me or their eyes light up, like I think of myself and I think of like trying to speak to, maybe how I was at that age or what I would have wanted. And like the fact that like they even see me that way, where I can make a positive impact. Like I know, like you said, Colin, but I had a couple of kids that came out to the Cutler, like they just knew at me from the gym and they wanted to see that. That was their first bodybuilding show. Like the thing, like I introduced somebody to something that, you know, rather for me, I mean, it's so much deeper. Like it literally saved my life. That's a whole nother story to get into. But
let me ask you this. What do you want out of being a professional? Taken away from like you right this second, but like what when you first started, it's like, hey, I want to be a pro bodybuilder. What did you want out of that? What did that mean?
Like honestly, I always saw it as like if I could be good enough, I wanted to make a career out of it. I wanted to feed my family being a bodybuilder, whatever that
right. Was. So look at this. Look at your business. You're already that's I mean like Jay, dude. Like yeah. He lives more of a professional bodybuilding lifestyle than all of us. Like it's like I look at the same way for me. I want to be able to work from home, train, be able to afford to do it.
It's a luxury. It's a blessing. People, it's an absolute privilege.
Be on things like this, meet people, have those relationships. I've met most all my idols, you know, and I'm on a personal friendship level. Not even just like, oh, I've met you. No, like I'm texting them daily. You know, and it's like all these things that I wanted out of being a pro as a kid, I already have. And I'm not a professional. That's really crazy to think about. It's like,
once you can be aware of that,
you live your life. It's like you're living that life.
Yeah. When you can be aware of that and actually activate from a place of gratitude, like, wow, like, dude, I fall more in love with this shit year after year. Like, I'm obsessed with it, but I'm not like out here, like, I'm not striving, like trying to prove something, you know? It's just like, I literally am just so excited to wake up every day and do this. And like,
what, you don't want to just put within 5 minutes, IFBB Pro?
Immediately.
Charles.
Immediately. It goes directly. It goes in my resume. It goes in my LinkedIn.
Hot skins every day in the grocery store.
Yeah, you know those guys go to like a breakfast the next day with their trophy and the medal on their
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna wear your tiara for the whole week.
Yeah.
When I went to first time I went to USA,
deeper than the stage, man. But like there's conversations like this that just like light me up. You know, it's important to.
There's just so much more to it. 100%.
Charles, you said a couple things like back there, and I'm like, wow, this is fucking cool. So you said you got to remember to live every day, right? And so on my traps, I have Memento Vivere, which is remember to live. And on my wrist, you said something about being a light, and it says Lux Ex Obscura, which is the light from the darkness. Like you can always be somebody's light. You can always take a positive out of a negative. And so like that's what I live my life by.
I love that, bro. Honestly,
one chance, one life. Yes.
Listening to your stuff before, bro. Like I watched your guys' podcast a little bit. Like you seem like just this. There's so much more to being a man, you know, being a father, showing up, being present in all these areas of your life. Like I aspire, like that's what I truly want, you know, and that bodybuilding for me is like just a vessel to get there. But like I just want to say, like, I commend you because, you know, it's really good to see like an actual, you know, positive male influence in the community. Like that's how, you know, my coach AJ has been to me. Like I talk about him a lot because he's had such a deep impact on me, and maybe even how I communicate and how I am now with my guys. Like how the way I have him, you know, you're that to somebody, you're that to your, you know, your daughter, I mean, the people around you. So it's like, it's very important to like, just be close to that. Cause I feel like it's just not really around anymore these days. Like in the generation era we live in. So
yeah, there's a lot of bullshit, fake shit out there. And,
keep being a light, brother. It's awesome. I love to see it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. Like, you know, I think back to like some of my favorite times in bodybuilding, and it wasn't actually the actual stage. It was like backstage with the guys and chopping dudes and learning about them. And basically what we're doing here, I was backstage and I met some of my best friends, you know, Nate Spear and like a whole bunch of other people that like I was so excited to compete against just because I followed their journey and I got to meet these guys and they had similar like stories and backgrounds and like roads to the stage, and we all got there for a reason. So it's that's kind of one of my favorite things. I would love to hear like a favorite backstage story from each one of you, because I know if you don't enjoy that whole side of it, you're going to miss the whole fun of bodybuilding.
See, man, it's not the same like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like
sometimes
I know right off the top of my head already what that moment was. I've had a couple of those, but it's because of a certain reason, and I think Collin was about to say part of that, but not to cut you off there, brother.
No, I was just gonna say it's like I'll go backstage and no one wants to talk to you. I don't know if it's like it's like the couple of shows I've been to recently. It's like local type level shows where it's like you're pretty clear of who's gonna win. So maybe it was kind of like that, but it's like I'm back there trying to talk to everybody, man. I have that experience, and have fun. But everybody takes it so serious now to the point of like they won't even talk to you. I'll try talking and they just won't say a word.
It's an ego.
I was the only one that did that.
It's like I'm like, dude, like you're all putting fucking underwear on and posing. I'll stand up.
That's the thing, though. Everyone thinks they're going to war. Everyone's like, we're stepping on stage and this is a UFC fight. We're going full MMA up here. Like,
well, you have a good understanding of that because you served, man.
Yeah,
it's like you understand what that shit's about. Like a lot of these guys,
a couple of you guys know my training partner Chris, but he said something really funny the other day. I mean, dude's a badass, right? Paratrooper, like just left Alaska to move to Vegas, and he's like, it's literally as simple as like it's eating food and lifting weights, and you're flexing. You know what I mean? Like it's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's not going to war. Like I'm more mental than anybody when it comes to that mindset, and I think that's necessary to just be a confident or good competitor. But like this is what it's all about. Breaking
the job's done. The job's done.
Well, dude, that's the thing. You're not going to go up there and it's also just like it's not like I wrestled for a long time. It's not like you're going to hey, I'm going to pick an ankle, do this. Like you can beat them. It's like obviously if people don't show up right, whatever. But when you're on stage, you do everything you can, bring your best. Whoever wins. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, the job's done.
Like sitting there just pissy and just like I'm going to battle with you. I'm like, dude, I get like how I think about this is thinking about like I talked about this with Charles. Like if we're in an overall together, dude, stand on stage. I'm like, he's like, oh, we'll hold it down. I'm like, I'm gonna whoop your ass, bro. I'm coming to whoop your ass, and we'll just go ahead and just pose and have fun.
I'm gonna pet his head real quick.
Yeah. Ferrigno and it's Franco and Arnold, bro. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like have fun in that aspect. Like that's what getting to know each other like this, like going to shows and seeing each other. Like, cool, dude. Let's have those talks, have fun, and then when we're on stage, we're having more fun instead of this like pent up ego. This male ego
that's all
people do on stage, and it's like. Or there's a lot of guys who misread. They're just very quiet and nervous.
Hey man,
I'm the guy that talks a lot.
All I'll say is we know who is running the trend and the halo a little bit higher, or maybe who is impacted more by that because it shows up in how they also talk on social media.
Yeah.
Like those are the guys that are, I mean, it's all fun and games, but you guys know what I'm saying. We've all seen it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is like I love the sport, and I'll always love the sport, and I hope to continue to stay in the sport in some facet, and I will. I actually hope to have this show here in Sarasota eventually in my name. So
that'd be awesome.
Not in my name, but
Yeah.
So that's a goal. So I've wrote that down. That's a goal I'm going to hit. So, but I was up at a wedding and. St. Pete was that weekend, and so I'm streaming it, and I'm with my two nephews, and one's 11 and one's like 7, and they're like, I'm watching it on my phone, and we're waiting for shit to go down, and they're like, oh, cool, like, what are you watching? And I'm like, oh, this is bodybuilding, and they're like, oh, cool, what do they do? And I'm like, they just go and show their muscles off, like. They don't like wrestle or anything. Like they don't like fight. I'm like, no.
Do they have any skills besides flexing their muscles?
No, they don't really do anything. And they're like, this is boring.
You're just in the corner by yourself trying to shuttle your phone and watching dudes pose in their trunks because people think it's weird. Yeah, it's like I'll do that sometimes. I'm like in public. I'm like, what are these people thinking about?
No shit. No shit.
You're like in a normal public place and your Instagram's up a little bit too high on the volume. It's like some absurd reel, like
you're just posing
way too close up.
Yeah.
It's like you're posing. Like the gym I go to, it's like there's some people there, but it's like I strip down my posing trunks and you see everybody around like,
yeah,
like,
Yep.
oh shit, ass cheeks are out, you know?
If the posing room's taken, we're dropping wherever, man. You got to get them in.
Well, exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
that's the good thing though. If you have a bodybuilding gym,
Yeah, I
imagine
don't.
like when I used to have to go to like 24-hour fitness or LA Fitness, that was the worst. You're sitting there and they're doing a studio class, and you're just sitting there just hitting you're relaxed and you're in your fucking phones and you're just like, well, I'm sorry guys, like, but I got to do this, you know. Or the old man in the locker rooms changing balls, hanging to the ground. And you're just sitting there, just trying not.
There's always a naked old dude with balls hanging out.
Or the guy shadow boxing in the sauna. It's like, bro, there's too much going on.
Oh, gotta lock in, bro. He's put the headphones on.
You know what though? At the same time, there's people in there, and you gotta remind yourself. Like people look at yourself, you know, guys, like with what we do, and think it's very odd and weird.
Yeah.
And there's people in there doing the same. I'm like, dude, these guys are really weird. But I'm like, you know what? Everybody has their own thing. You know, it's like
100%.
I as long as you're not a dick to me in the gym and I can get in and train, great, dude. I mean, I used to be that guy. It's like people come talk to me, I just fucking tell them to shut the fuck up. I was that guy. Like I had this one time I was in a parking lot because you know you always get comments. You know, I had a guy come up behind me and grab me by my arm in the parking lot to grab just because you want to feel my arm, but I didn't know. I turned around, I hit him in the face, and I felt like a dick. But it's like, dude, who the fuck are you touching me? You know, or in the store, people say something like, "This is when I was." I mean, I'm telling you, dude, I work on my faith daily. But like, someone would be like, say something about gear. I had an old. Actually, this is at. I think I already told you about this at church, but I was at the grocery store, and guy's like, so what gear do you take? I'm like, excuse me? He's like, what steroids do you take? I'm like, how many times do you get fucked in your ass? And he's like, what? I'm like, how many times do you get fucked in the ass? Like, well, I'm like, well, you're asking me personal shit. I'm asking you personal shit. You look like you get fucked in the ass, buddy. And like, that's how I used to be. I would just fucking just go off. And now I just like,
yeah,
I can't be around, dude. I just keep in my lane. My wife would be standing there like, shut the fuck up. Cause I'm not quiet. I'm not a quiet dude. You know, I just don't care. But I start realizing, like, you know what? Any of these outside influences, good and bad, a lot of times it's like, what is like the bad stuff? What's the point of getting hyped up or even putting any energy into it? It's only going to make me mad and bother me.
Right.
You know, the people in the gym, I used to like look at them like, dude, the idiots. And I'm like, I don't care, dude. It's just taken away from what I'm trying to do, man. I just want to be able to do what I'm doing, enjoy what I'm doing, go home and eat my fucking Ninja Creamy and go to bed for breakfast.
I've always been an advocate of, you know, practicing emotional discipline. I'm a very laid back, calm person, and bodybuilding has helped me tremendously with growing that skill. You know, it's like when you're so scheduled and regimented and then something throws it off or somebody irritates you, I actually like put myself in positions to where, say somebody pulls out in front of me and I'm starving, I just want to get home, shower, I'm sweaty from cardio. I will purposely drive behind them for an amount of time just to like train my mind. Like you feel yourself get worked up, I will sit behind that car. I'll put like a timer in my head. All right, 15 seconds. And I'll wait 15 seconds and then I'll go around them and I'll just wave and smile, you know, just practicing it.
You're better than me. I chase them down my car.
Hey, I'm from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. As soon as they cut you off, it's hey.
But yeah,
that's why I like you Jersey guys though, man. I like East Coast dudes because I'm not from the I'm a country kid. Yeah. But it's like there's no guessing how someone thinks or feels from the East Coast, man. Yeah, and I like that. Straight up, like you being a fucking idiot. I'm gonna tell you, being an idiot doesn't mean I hate you. No, you're being a freaking idiot, dude. You know, I like that shit.
Something real about that, though. You know what I mean? Where they don't just bullshit to your face and tell you what you want to hear.
People are overly sensitive anymore, man. It's like it's like people like, you're so mean. I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm being honest.
Yeah, but I'd rather you be honest with me, or you know, call me out on my bullshit versus tell me I'm fucking doing good when you know I'm doing
like bad. A good friend, dude. A good friend, like my buddy of mine. He's like, I'm like, dude, him and I could get into it. I mean, there was time he kept showing up late for the gym, and he came up to me, and I was like, "Don't, dude, go over there." He said, "Well, I'm literally so close to hitting you in the face, dude. It's pissing me off because you're wasting my time. It's 45 minutes. I'll be there in 5 minutes. 45 minutes later, dude. Like he kept continually doing this. He still does. And I'm like, he's like, huh? I'm like, no, I'm not kidding you. I'm gonna literally hit you in the face. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
And he'll leave, and then I'll walk over. I'm like, hey, dude. He's like, we're all good. I'm like, cool, and we move on. But it's like we tell it, we're straight up, and that's how I like people to be. We're men. We can have issues. We can go at it.
Yeah.
Then we move on. You know, but at least you know where they stand.
It's good.
Not like girl shit. Like you're just guessing. I have a client that would be like that. Like, oh, I just don't want to upset you. I'm like, dude, just tell me what you think, dude. I don't want to sit here, go back and forth with you texting me all fucking night. Just tell me.
Yeah, that's a trait, bro. That's a female trait, to hold a grudge or hold something over somebody's head. If y'all argue and y'all squash it right there, that's it. You know, it's done. You're gonna bring it the next day, and the next day after that, and the day after that. No.
For a year.
What was it? You said a favorite backstage memory. I think we were talking about. So I just to get us, but I was thinking about that, and for me, it was definitely last show actually at the Better Bodies Classic. After I'd won the overall, I went back there, and it was all the guys. You know, Branch had put together. That was when they made the announcement that they were going to announce for the Dallas Pro. So there was 10 of the guys that I look up to that we've all seen in the last 5-7 years. Open bodybuilding coming up the ranks. I mean Brett, Hunter, Joe Pilato, all those guys, like all the guys that are down in Texas that are at Destination every day. It didn't matter what condition they were in; they all got tanned up and went out and guest pose. Like they could barely even hit triceps, But that was the coolest experience for me, and it was actually like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was my sponsor's show. I was treated like I was a young Andrew Jack back there. Like I was brought a pair of dumbbells. I was in the back corner. I had all my stuff. Like I had personal fans. I mean, like fans on me. Like I was in the tanning area basically by myself, pumping up with dumbbells. And
that's awesome.
The Expeditors came back and told me when to go out. And then after that, I came back and it was all the guys. And, they were like, I mean, just debauchery back there, like a fraternity house. You know what I mean? Like peeing in jugs. I mean, just like all kinds of crazy, but like getting tanned up. And then they all went out and killed it. And it was just like, there's something about that, like brotherhood, camaraderie, especially like I'm out in Vegas, but like that Texas, Destination Gas, Better Bodies. It's like, it's just so much.
Texas has the best shows, I think.
There.
Yeah.
By far, Texas has the best shows. Like just Texas to reiterate on that.
That was my first time doing a show in Texas. It was a regional show, and it was amazing.
Yeah, but the lineups are good. There's a bunch of people there. The crowd.
They love bodybuilding down there. My girl was actually just down there for the Republic of Texas.
A great show.
Really, well, like you're saying, man, the people there. Like my wife and I've looked at moving over there quite a bit. Chris has been trying to get me to move out there by him, and it's like Jordan and his wife Brittany, and Elias and his wife, and it's just like a lot of these guys over there are just so great people and so inviting. Last time I went out there, we all went to see Star Wars. Revenge of the Sith in theaters. And I was like, just good people that just love bodybuilding, but are just grounded. Like, I try to talk to a lot of other young guys or the guys in the sport about, just good examples of bodybuilders. Like Jordan, him and his wife are just good people, like very good people and grounded, where it's like they have a really good outlook on life, but it's like they're people they have around them. It's like my wife and I, that's why we want to be over that way, being more around more people like that, meet guys like yourself. It's like, Charles with your lady being from around here. I'm like, we look forward to being around those people. It's like, they're just great examples of people and what the sport's about. Cause it's like he puts God first, but it's like when he goes into, he's really, they're all very real. It's not like they're these egotistical meatheads. Like they have Friendsgiving together, all of them. Dude, and they do all these things together. Like it's a family, and that gas family is literally a family.
For sure.
I know a few people that go out there that moved out there recently because they got a part of gas, but just to be around it. And same thing, it's like an open door policy. I mean, if I was to be with anybody, I'd want to be with Better Bodies or Gas because just the family unit. I don't give a shit about freaking clothes and supplement. I love their clothes, don't get me wrong, but like supplement, all that stuff, I don't care. Like just a group of people being around that are good influences around people that are in the same place in life as you, that maybe can lead you on a better path and help mold you as, being a young man and becoming a better man. and a better husband. Like being around more people like that, I think is huge, no matter where you're at.
Just special energy. And it's like, I think it comes back to being a light, right, guys? I mean, we're all in different areas, but like, the first, before we even started recording, I think you said, Jay, it's just about, we do it for the community. Like that's something that we really, I mean, honestly, again, I shout out to my girl, Courtney, but she organizes, posing events and, different community events. I throw Gasp and Better Bodies meetups just like in conjunction with that, because they'll send me out, basically stuff to throw exactly what we're talking about. But like Jay said, like it's all for the community. Like we have an opportunity to be a light to, bring that for our community, to talk about Gasp and Better Bodies. Like obviously that's what I'm talking about with the meetup. Despite that, like that's what we're doing right now and having this conversation. That's what you can do in your areas, and just bring that real bodybuilding experience, like just being around that. And when people kind of gather together, like you had said a minute ago too, bro, like when we kind of understand each other's languages. And that's shout out to the owner, Michael Johansson, but he's literally created that internationally. And that's why it's really cool when we say like home base is destination, like anyone can go in there, and like it's not, your identity doesn't come from being a bodybuilder, but you can also recognize like we're all special in the sense that we want to be freaking, giant and big with muscle. And it's like, there's just an unspoken communication. Like I always say, real finds each other, real recognize real. And, it's even the guy that signed off, like all of us right now, we just understand each other and we're like creating relationships right now. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Honestly,
I mean, that's what it's all about.
I didn't know what to expect joining in. I just wanted to get out of my comfort zone. I didn't know how you guys were, anything, but honestly, I'm really happy I jumped on. You guys are all very grounded. Like honestly, I just really appreciate it. I didn't know what to expect, but you guys are awesome.
It's always something different.
Yeah, it really is always something different. I mean, when we started the podcast, we didn't know what we were going to do, to be honest. And every episode has been something different. It's just kind of, to me, it reminds me of playing like sports and like the things that you remember in sports and back in the day, like at least for me, was the locker room talk and all the times with your boys and just kind of like relaxing and shooting the shit. I think it's something very important for men to have a place that they can just speak their minds and speak clearly, and it could be about nothing. And like my wife's always like, well, how was it with your friends? What did what's going on with this and what's going on? I'm like, I don't know, I didn't talk about that. Like I didn't ask about that or this. We just kind of talk, and that's why I think this podcast has been so well received in the community. It's just a place for guys to really connect with other good men, and help. So if we help someone find faith, or we just make somebody laugh while they're driving around for work or whatever, because I have a couple vendors that I deal with in my normal day-to-day job that tune in just to listen because they're former athletes, and they're like, at stoplights, people think I'm fucking nuts because I'm laughing at a fucking bunch of dudes just bullshitting. That's what it's all about. I mean, this whole thing is just about connecting good people to good people. We all have a commonality in the fact that we like to train, and I'm sure we all got into this first because we love to train. At least I did, and I'm sure Colin, you did as well. I know Tommy, you did as well. So you fall in love with the training, and you kind of fall into, I feel like, two different brackets. So you can either go powerlifting or you can go bodybuilding. Very few bridge the two, but it's just a good place for good guys. And we haven't had a single person on here that I'm like, man, fuck that guy. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, and good people should be connected all over the country. I mean, this is a small unit, small world, but we still don't know each other. We might know what others are thinking because we're simple dudes and we like simple shit, you know, like I like bodybuilding because
bodybuilding, man. We're men, we're humans, we're fathers, we're brothers, we're everything and above, you know, under God's fucking beautiful sky there. So it's been a pleasure talking to you guys, man. Just literally chatting it up and just I don't even know if we kept on one topic. I don't even know if we kept for more than
if you've watched our podcast, we never stay on one topic.
Yeah, so
forget what I mean.
You get a bunch of East Coast motherfuckers. You don't know what's coming out.
Yeah. Hey, not bodybuilding, but are any of you guys like following the World Cup, or do you guys watch sports, or do you?
My Salvadorian workout partner William plays that shit the whole time we're training. So I mean, of course,
World Cup?
So in between sets, I'm not even huge into football, man. I do like. I mean, any sport, like if I sit down and watch it, I like it. You know, I mean, like football. I mean, soccer. You know, it's dude. It is. My nieces are huge. My niece, she's been on a traveling soccer team since she was, I don't know how old. She's like 14 now. She travels to Texas everywhere. And just the athleticism, you know, I never really appreciated in soccer until these last few years. And dude, it's pretty awesome. And it's funny because on the outside you watch it, it's like, it doesn't look like nothing's happening. But when you understand, it's like, dude, a lot and all of a sudden, bam, dude, it's just going. It's been pretty wild.
Yeah.
The United States got this ass stomped though. But you know, but it's all good to watch, man. It's all good to watch.
Yeah, I follow it pretty close, at least this year. What about UFC? Did any of you guys watch the
fucking hell
shitty fight last night?
I was upsetting.
9 seconds or something.
Yeah. He made so much money within like 10 seconds.
Honestly, bro, my attention span is so bad right now. I can barely watch a 20-minute TV show.
Oh, really? I was going to ask if any of you guys are watching any TV shows currently right now.
Yeah, no, I mean,
you guys watch a lot of TV?
Yeah, the show watches me, brother.
Oh, for sure.
What?
Yeah. I mean,
the show watches me. I once that Ninja Creamy hit, I don't know if you guys I hit a nice doobie. I eat my
I do.
I'm out.
Tommy, have you seen Dutton yet?
Yeah.
No, Dutton Ranch?
Marshalls?
No.
Yeah. Marshalls?
Honestly, bro, I'm huge. Like Rick and Morty has been my show for years.
Rick and Morty.
The short attention.
I got a freaking Rick and Morty lunchbox, bro. So that's my prep show. Like
I've never seen it.
You know, I'm freaking peeking if I'm like eating. I'm stuffing rice cakes, churning rice cakes, watching Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's freaking hilarious.
You guys watch Animal Kingdom?
Yeah.
That's like in Oceanside. Yeah.
What about Power?
Yep.
Too many books.
We just had a guy that was on Power.
No, he was on Empire.
No, Power.
No, it wasn't Power.
It's a book from Power.
No. His
girl
the guy
you ever watched The Boys?
His brother, his best bud was on that other TV show, Chicago, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about. That guy.
So what TV show was he on?
I don't know it when he was on, but his buddy was on Chicago. I don't think it was Power. He said though.
Hey, boys, not to cut you off, but you know, I got it.
No, for anybody too. If you guys got to go, like you can't. We kind of just run these like.
I know y'all don't want
schedule.
I don't know. Y'all want that Ninja Creamy just blending up.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Thanks for coming on.
Pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, if I don't have you on Insta, hit me up on Insta.
I will, bro. I'm excited to see you in Vegas too, bro.
Yeah, man, we'll have a good time, man. We'll hang out backstage and get the bullshitting.
Hey,
we're gonna plan how to make these super heavies look like shit.
Yeah. You know, the light heavies. You know, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
I'm gonna be like this on your heads. So.
Hey, I'm a Charles though. We're the true bodybuilders, buddy. These classic boys.
So
Adam's never been a classic guy.
Hey, wait,
man! I pulled a Fuad. I was like straight out the beginning. I'm not. All my friends were doing men's physique shows. I am gonna be a bodybuilder. When
I started, dude, there was no other classes. It's just bodybuilding. Yeah. I just did open. I've never competed as a junior, novice, nothing.
You're a fossil, brother. That's the difference.
How old are you?
I just turned 29.
Dude, you look like you're 43.
Yeah, all right.
See, yeah, you know why? Because you're a fucking grunt, bro. You're a grunt. That's why. Oh, dude, I got a lot of family Marine Corps. Dude, I got friends Marine Corps. You guys are fucking old as shit when you're 20.
I've lived 15 lives at this point. So
yeah, lived off of cigarettes and booze, bro. Hit me up on there.
Later. All right, bro. Thank you. We'll see you. No, but what? Sorry, what shows are you? Go ahead.
Dutton and the Marshalls. They're both. Casey was in Yellowstone, who's the son. He's in Marshalls, and then Dutton is the daughter in Rip from Yellowstone. But it's actually really good. So Dutton is produced by the same producer. Can't remember the guy's name. But it's produced the same way. It is outstanding the way it's filmed. Marshalls, he was the executive producer, but he wasn't there for filming. So the filming is more of like a Law and Order kind of feel, like a TV kind of feel. Mm-hmm. Not as high end, but it's actually pretty good. But then I watched I Will Find You is a series.
Oh yeah.
That was outstanding.
On Netflix. Yeah.
Yes.
I like
that
one
was
too.
Outstanding, man. And then I'm watching, what is it? It's on an Indian reservation. He's the police chief. Is it Wind River or something like that?
I don't know.
I'll text it to you when we get off.
Yeah, okay.
But they just came out with the 4th season, and it's basically about them being police officers on the reservation.
What's really good, if you haven't seen it and you like Dutton Ranch, was Landman was awesome.
Landman's a shit, man. Yeah. They're coming out with another season too, which is great. Yeah.
Did you guys watch Mobland?
Oh yeah,
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, that one was
the new season comes out in September.
I saw that, bro.
That one.
Yeah, that's
what I'm looking forward to is the new season of what's those kids? They call them
Outer Banks.
Yes.
Dude, I know. I love that show.
About that. That was such a good show.
That comes out like in August, right?
Yep. Yeah. That comes out. I'm the guy who's watched everything, so I need to it's hard to find anything.
All time. Sorry, I was gonna say my favorite all time is Dexter, bro. So Dexter.
Oh, Dexter's good. Yeah.
What do you think of the new
one? With the spinoff for like the new one, and like the midget dude from Elf is in it.
What do you think?
It was pretty good, man. They bring his son into it, bro. It's a trip, man.
I watched all of it.
So this is how I would explain it, but like the way that they actually spun, like, because I'm like, how is this shit still going? So like, because there's the full Dexter, and then Dexter goes away, and basically like he comes back in New York, like the motherfucker defies death. Then his son tries to. I won't spoil it, but basically it's like they both end up in like a 4th season later, and they're both in New York, and there's like a whole serial killer club, and he like takes somebody's identity. It's like. It's really good though. I like that actor.
I watched that whole the new one with his son in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It's
like trying not to kill it, and then he's like, I need to kill.
Yep. It's just hard to find really good series that kind of keep you grasped into it. Like I watched The Burrows. That was decent. I mean, I don't know about a 2nd season good, but it was a great
I don't think they
series.
Did you guys watch Welcome to Derry?
Yes. Yes. I thought it was decent. What was one I just watched? That was really freaking good. I actually was texting Jordan about it to watch it. It was a Western. I'm not going to be able to remember. It was really freaking good, though. God, it's going to bug me. I can't remember.
I'm watching Cape Fear right now.
Ooh, is that off the murder? It's like a murder thing?
It's like I think there was an original movie like a long time ago.
Okay.
But it's like it's about this guy, he goes to prison, and like he's got like some weird relationship with the people that were like defending him. Like he's like a psychopath, but
yeah,
it's on Apple TV right now. They release a new episode every Friday.
Okay.
So, but it's pretty good.
Sons of Anarchy was one of my tops too. I don't know if
which one?
Sons of Anarchy. It's like the biker gang.
Yeah. That's a good one.
All that. I'm actually, I'm watching right now. Oh, I get the guys confused, but I'm actually watching the movie World of Warcraft right now.
Oh, really?
It's actually pretty good. It's the guy from that plays the main actor in Vikings.
How was Viking? I haven't watched that.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I'm not huge into that stuff a lot of times, but it's actually really really good. And then I just rewatched the new season of Avatar: The Airbender.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love that stuff, man. I just started rewatching Pokemon again, and
Yeah, Pokemon's good. They're coming out with a new game next year.
I'm big on cartoons, bro. Like
Me too.
I went through a phase like it's like I don't know, when I first got with my girl, I was like embarrassed to like watch them. Like I don't even
but all these big old dudes watching cartoons.
Right.
Well, especially on Saturday. I think about when I was a kid, so it turns out
a bowl of cereal and just binge.
Adventure Time and regular show.
Yeah, I haven't watched Adventure Time or Rick and Morty. My brother is huge into Rick and Morty. He has all their T-shirts and shit. I just haven't sat down. That's the thing is a lot of this stuff people like. It's so amazing, so amazing. I'm like, and I'll overthink it because I'm like, I don't want to get, especially right now. I need to pick some I know that will. Like I have things I watch while I'm eating certain meals, like certain times of the day. Like it's like okay, hey, I'm watching. I think it's Wind River right now. The reservation one because the new season's out for like with breakfast and during the day like I've been watching I've been started the World of Warcraft it's like but then it's like during the day I will listen to every freaking podcast bodybuilding podcast so it's like Chris's IFBB AMA they always are pretty good bro bringing stuff up but I'm with you Tommy dude. I'm a huge movie and TV guy. Like I love like it's not like I'll sit there all day and watch them, but I will start series and I will watch an episode here, watch an episode there, and it's at the point where it's like, what is there new out to watch? That's
why I ask. I feel like I've watched like most of the things on Netflix. I just finished Blackbird. Have you heard of that one?
Yep.
It's on Apple TV.
Yeah.
I actually we pulled out the Creed movies. We watched all the Creeds.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah. I just watched all the Twilights. I ended them yesterday.
Oh, that's fun.
My girl.
I'm a fucking Twilight nerd too.
Yeah. I just watched the show. Well, so Twilight, the first one, it was filmed in my hometown, Vernonia. So when they're driving through town and stuff, and they go in the coffee shop, that's my hometown. It's a small little town, and we met her. She was in town filming. She was super sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
Who was on that one? Peaky Blinders.
Oh,
Peaky Blinders. I like, of course.
That's good.
Were they supposed to make a movie?
I got to put the feeler out. Are we into WWE? Do we like WWE?
Dude, so I was a big
Scott Steiner days and Goldberg.
Are you current?
When they put it back on Netflix, we made a comeback. I brought my little brother came out. We went to WrestleMania last year. Like
that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to go to WrestleMania.
WWE.
We're all taking a trip, and we're all in the off season. We're coming to stay with Big Charles. We're gonna go see one of these.
Got a 5-bedroom house, guys.
Perfect.
I stopped following it like closely probably after like 2012.
Honestly, John Cena's retirement kind of got me back in because it was nostalgic,
Yeah, he came back,
But I mean, he's been around, but he was retiring, so he just finished up. But Batista, Randy Orton, those were like my favorites back in the day.
Those are your favorites?
Batista was my favorite, bro.
Undertaker and Kane. Kane was my favorite.
Batista, right? I know a gal has been dating for quite a while right now. I don't know if she still is now, but she's like 26 years old.
Jeez.
Yeah, he lives out in Florida, but the guy's like, she was telling me this was like a year or so ago last time I saw her, but the guy's freaking. She was telling me about it. Showed me photos of his car collection in his garage and shit. Like crazy, dude. Crazy, man. But she's like super nice guy.
Does Batista live over here? Not in Sarasota, but is he
I think he's around Tampa.
Yeah,
he's around Tampa.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, WWE is all down there in Florida. That's where like they hold the tryouts and the recruits. And stuff.
Orlando.
Well, up in the Northwest out here, though, too, up in Portland, a lot of people live out here.
Ironically, yeah, my coach AJ actually coaches a lot of WWE wrestlers. That was
really,
yeah, I didn't even know that when I signed on with him, but he coached like dude, he had like 20 guys in WrestleMania one year.
You guys are a good fit then.
Yeah. Well, we fit together in like always, bro. Like he's seriously, I mean, one of my favorite people.
Isn't that cool how that works, man? Like you start with them and you kind of have this, ideal of working with them and build this relationship. Like that's how Chris and I are. Like Chris and I are like really good friends. Like
they
it's
know
awesome.
Anybody, bro. Like it's way more physical. Like what we do in the bodybuilding is awesome, but like what we do behind the scenes and like again the conversations we're having here, like mental work, like you're investing in a person. Like it's just it's a different kind of closeness. Like I would go as far to say as I'm closer with him than like some people in my own family, bro. Like,
I'm the same way with Chris. And what's cool is like your coach is probably the same way as Chris, where it's like when business is business, and then our friendship's our friendship, and so like we'll talk like bodybuilding stuff, and then we'll get on a phone call just bullshit about life,
for sure.
Just like whatever is going on, I think we're gonna go out there. He told me this because I've been out and went and stayed with him a few times, but he's like, I'll come out there for a couple weeks. You come out here, we'll just go back and forth because I was looking at just renting a place out there in Fort Worth for 2-3 months out of the year, just go train, and he said just stay with me at the house. He just got a new place. And, I was like, dude, I'll come out like every other month and just stay for like 2-3 weeks. He's like, cool. We'll just train. He's like, I don't even know you're there. I'm like, cool.
I go down to, bro, there's nothing in Oklahoma. Like AJ's off the grid, you know what I mean? But
that's cool.
I'll go down there and like get Airbnb and it's freaking nature land, unplug. And I'm just training with him in his fucking garage, bro. And we're cold plunging together. It's like the coolest.
Is AJ out in Oklahoma?
He lives in Oklahoma now. He used to be in Florida. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My company's
OKC. Yeah, it's not bad, man. It's pretty cool down there. Honestly, it's not much to it, but
yeah, my company's headquarters is in Oklahoma City, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys
it's not far from Texas either.
You got to get off.
Yeah, I got to get off.
All right.
Adam, hit me up on here.
Thanks again. Buddy. I appreciate you guys for the opportunity. It was really nice.
For sure. We'll see you. I'll be in Vegas, so I'll introduce myself there.
You're coming out, Tommy?
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah. I'll be there.
Well, thanks again, guys. You guys are all super cool, so I'm excited to see you guys backstage and whatever we can plan. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, bro. Have a good night.
Okay, man.
Good.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, this thing's kind of long sometimes, but I want to get your I guess what's the next big show coming up?
Pro show?
Yeah.
You got China. James is the only one I really know that's doing it.
Tampa's the one heating up.
All right. Well, then Tampa. Yeah, that's what I. Yeah. What do you guys think? Or what's your early predictions for that one?
I think my boy. I don't know if he's going to win. I'd have all belief in him. It's going to be tough, but I have seen my boy Joe in person, and
okay. Yeah, I mean that's not a bad pick.
I think I could see him pulling it off. Talk about divine timing. It's going to be hard to get past Nick Walker. I mean, you can never count him, but I think Joe is gonna crush it.
Yeah,
Joe's.
I think
it's hard, man. I mean, when I first saw him on stage, I know where he did when he won USA's. Then he did the Cal, and then he did Tampa, then Texas with Jordan. And
he could natively beat Jordan last year, bro.
His physique is my style of physique, because I'm not like a super shapely like X-frame. I'm a very muscly dude, and he's that way, and I like that. I've always, and he looks like a short, just thick monster. As far as Tampa goes with Nick, I mean, I personally like Joe's. I don't even care about even his conditioning right now. I love the way Joe looks. I'm not a huge Nick Walker fan as far as his total package.
Yeah.
Personally, I commend his work ethic and what he has, and it's amazing. I really, really like Joe's physique, just the way it flows and the muscle he has, and especially he's just still getting going. If I had to pick a winner, I mean, I'd have to go. I think Nick's going to end up winning, but
Yeah,
I think this is Joe's show almost either way. Because what benefit does Nick get out of it? Okay, he beats these guys, goes Olympia. Okay, story's been written a million times. I think this is going to be Joe's story. He comes in like we're thinking he's going to come in and just the things that we've seen. I think he's going to be the big talking point, and he's going to.
It's a solid lineup though. Like
dude,
I mean, Hollingshead.
It is.
You can't sleep
James
on
looking good now.
No, I think it's going to be like I think Nick is like to the side of it, dude. Nick's over here, and we're just looking over here, and this is where everybody's attention is. I don't think Nick's has anybody's real attention. Honestly, not mine. I'm looking at these other guys like Joe and these other few dudes. I'm like, dude, I'm excited to see these guys. That's who I want to see.
Yeah, because those guys are the guys that are tossing up the 6 through 11 at the O.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. It's where it's like, man, who's going to come in? Like a Jordan, right? So Jordan wins against James by 1 point, right? Mm-hmm. That's what just happened. So Jordan was what, 11, 12 at the O last year?
12.
12. So does that put Hollingshead right there? It does, right? So you got Hollingshead coming in, trying to creep on the top 10 at the O, right? And then you've
Charles
got
Griffin coming back.
Yeah, Charles Griffin coming back.
Who's been to the Olympia before.
Yeah. Like I've always liked Charles Griffin because he's shorter.
Patrick Moore is also his best ever. He's coming in.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of question marks, and I think that's the big thing, right? Like we learn deeper into bodybuilding, it's like it kind of depends on the lineup. Like if these guys are, a little bit apart, it depends on the other guys in it. Like, and that's going to make other guys stick out or other guys wash in, and somebody like a Ken could come in and get freaking third.
Yeah,
Hollingshead could come in and just out muscle and then if Hollingshead is there, then that might mean Joe and freaking Nick. They're all kind of like big muscly white guys. It's just there's a lot going on there.
It's hard to say because, like you're saying, like with like Jordan getting 12th, right, and then Hollingshead a point, 1 point difference. I think we're going to see a lot of 1 point differences in this show as well as others. These guys are all within that realm, but also have to understand that too at the Olympia level, a 1 point difference can still be a huge difference. Because it's like I think it's all peaking. It's going to be a peaking thing for all these guys, which I think is awesome. And what it's great is it's different physiques. Like Patrick, James, Jordan, and freaking Joe are all vastly. The only two that are kind of similar is Jordan and Patrick, just shapely. But their shape is completely different. So it's all very vast, different styles of bodies. I mean, we all have the ones that we kind of gravitate towards. I think when you're looking at these guys, I think James is a muscled out dude, man, which I love, right? But if I had to put him next to like a Joe, I like Joe's physique way more. I think Joe has more V taper, he has wider shoulders. He has, as far as like ability to move up even farther, great. I think a lot of these other guys that are narrow in the clavicle, they don't have a lot of room to like where do they go from there? They're kind of tapped in that sense. Like Nick, it's like where does he really go from there? Like Walker, like we know what Nick's going to be and what he can be as far as peaking wise. But like when you look at someone like Joe, Jordan, I won't even say Patrick anymore. He's been around a bit, but like a lot of these Antonio, these guys still have such wide clavicles and such a build that they can still pack on so much more where they can still grow and progress farther if they are able to build what they need to build. But when the guys like James Holland said, like, I don't personally know, and I'm not an expert anyway, but I don't know looking at his physique, how can he make himself another tier better, like that much better to like break into a top 10, like, cause he's narrow, but the guy's muscled the fuck out and grainy as shit. Like where could he go opposed to like a Joe that he's still really fresh, but he's wide as hell. He can still get wider in the shoulders, keep his waist more tapered, get more quad sweep. He can get more density. It's like he can only get better, and he has the ability to do it. So it's like his physique will allow it. So that's what I'm excited to see, because these guys, like we're saying, they're all in the mix together. But like I think Joe,
Joe, Jordan, a lot of these guys, you know, like Tony, I'm excited to see, man, him just keep getting better too. That guy is freaking outstanding. I'm really interested to see what they could do in the next couple of years, man. You know, if Jordan could build up his back even more and build up his arms and get a good off season where he puts on another maybe 10 pounds of tissue on. Joe, fuck, man, I that's my style of physique, man. I can't imagine what he's going to look like this year, but I can't imagine him just another 2 years, you know, when he's so fresh, man. Like,
bodybuilding is just so exciting right now.
It's so exciting, man.
There's a lot of guys that come up. I mean, you know, again, we're talking about the pros, but like they're like, you know, the reason we're here, some of us, like this upcoming USA's is going to be
I know.
Like super heavies, light heavies. I live here in Vegas. I've said it a million times, but I also was in California when they did it over there. And it's like USA's has always been the show to go to. But I feel like it's, you know, I mean, year to year, maybe like there's a lot of guys this year that just stand out. And I think that's exciting. But just in general, I feel like there's a lot of upcoming talent, which is it's really cool to see.
Especially USA's, man. Like I'm excited to see these other athletes, but it's like, well, it's like looking at you, Charles. It's like, you know, the shape that you have and the coming with the conditioning that you have as a super heavyweight is very hard. You don't see a lot of that anymore. You know, it's like even like for myself, you know, slipping into a light heavyweight class. Like I just want to do. I want to bring it back. I want to roll up and be that fucking dense motherfucker, dude. Where it's like, what the fuck? That dude's a light heavyweight. I want that look. I don't give a shit how. Obviously, you want to win, but I want like, dude, that motherfucker's thick as shit. I want to be that muscled out motherfucker. It's like, okay, that looks like a pro. No question. I don't want like, oh yeah, well he's lean and okay, his shape. No, that motherfucker's a pro. He's got that pro level muscularity. I want that. That's what I want. And I see, you know, like the other classes, like yourself, Charles, like you coming in like as a super heavyweight, fucking dude, you're gnarly conditioned, and you're still full as a house, and you're feeding up into it. It's like, dude, you don't see a lot of that as a super heavyweight. You don't see many of them. I mean, I've been to a lot of nationals and USA's and just watching, and there's not a lot of guys that come in like that. There's maybe one or two. It's either like nationals, you have one guy that's shredded and the other guy that's fuller, like it's second, you know, and it's like. It's cool to see. It's like Tommy, like you, dude. I've always admired your physique dude, because you work with Blue, right?
Yeah.
Because I'd see Blue post you, or I'd see post you. I'm like, dude, round as a fucking house, grainy as shit, hard as nails. I'm like, I like seeing that type of shit, like muscly, you know. I think there's a lot of guys that are jumping from classic into open, which I think is great. But I want to lock down bodybuilders, dude. Like I want it to be us bodybuilders locking shit down. Like, dude,
nobody wants to be a freak anymore, bro. And there's a lot
that's
of guys.
the thing, man. And dude, it's like my only question is my question sometimes is the judging, is the fact of, like classic guys being in, let's say, my class. You know, not taking it away from anybody, but like, dude, I want the bodybuilder, dude, to look like the bodybuilder, not like, oh, well, look how great his shape is. Well, dude, my fucking thighs are 4 inches rounder than yours. You know, I'm way denser than you.
At the end of the day.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where sometimes I think I kind of get concerned where they're overly going the shape, which I think I have good shape, I think, for
your shape's not bad.
But like in general as a whole, it's bodybuilding, man. I want to see bodybuilding. I got to plug this thing.
Hey, I mean, you were talking about him a second ago. I mean, Nick Walker wins shows, bro. I mean, he's not the prettiest.
No, but he's a fucking muscly motherfucker, dude, and I love that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's an exciting kind of changing of the guard, though, which at least you notice at the pro ranks, which is exciting for being a taller guy, is you know, you see like an Andrew Jack. Like obviously I'm not black, but like that's I look up to that physique, you know, that just like wow, freak factor, you know, pretty muscle, but like distributed the right way, long, but like full bellies and sharp. So it's like,
I wasn't a fan of his at first.
One thing I do want to point out, because there's not a lot of tall white guys at all anymore. And like just in our super class alone, like we have some heavy hitters, man, that are all like 6 foot white guys. So it'll be cool to see all of us next to each other.
Well, especially at that height, you know, too. A bunch of guys around that height too.
Yeah.
You know, like Andrew, like you're talking about Andrew Jack. like when he did Olympia, I didn't see it when he did Olympia. I'm like, but when he went to the Arnold and he changed his posing, like because I'm all about the side. I love the side shots, man, because that's where you see where people are dense and they're thick, right? You see that side leg, that side chest, shoulders, arms, and so like when he did that to Olympia, I was like, dude, I was like, he's missing parts. It's like, how can this guy? People talk about him being a winner. Mr. Olympia isn't losing legs. Like, come on, he shouldn't be missing legs. But when he changed it for the Arnold, and he actually sat into it and twisted right, completely different physique. I was like, I like Andrew Jack. Like, he looks freaking good.
You bring up a great point, Colin, because like I mean, and I'll speak it all day, dude. Posing is huge, and you might hear people say that, but they don't really actually understand and comprehend how much work goes into posing. Like, especially in this Instagram age, like the guys that are taking videos for Instagram to pose, and guys who are in the posing room, like going through rounds and quarter turns. Like my posing coach will make me do 3 rounds in a row. Into my 3 rounds quarter turns into mandatory is no stopping. Like, I mean, I just did 2 shows, and those, shout out to the judges there. I mean, they worked us, man. For like, he even told me. So I actually had the same judge 2 weekends in a row. And he, Richard Palmer, the Texas judge, he was actually out here in Vegas, but he told me at the second show when I saw him, he's a friend of Branch's, but he told me, he's like, it was your show, but we wanted to give you that test. We wanted to keep posing you, see if you would break. And it's like, are you ready to go through rounds on stage? Are you going to lose your breath? Are you going to lose your stomach? Like, there's a lot that goes into posing that I feel like it's
even when you're on stage and you're
like
posing
picking up stones, everyone wants to put all their thought and all this other stuff. Like, posing is literally what judges you to get you to win the show.
Like, you doing your posing rounds, right? Like, I do 3 rounds. So I do front mandatory right in the front double into my quarter turn into my side, and then I just do all my quarter turns just like if you were in on stage. And you can be like, it doesn't compare to when you're actually on stage, because if you got adrenaline going, the heat, you're dehydrated, all these things, you get tired, but like learning, I think a lot of it's just practice and understanding how you're gonna feel, understand that, and be an experience where it's like, you don't need to flex 100%, dude. Like, you need to flex like 70, 75%. Like, and breathing and
when you're hitting much muscular.
Staying calm. Like, just if I'm sitting in a pose, I'm holding it and I'm breathing fine, but I'm not sitting there holding my breath because my adrenaline's going and I'm overthinking things because I'm trying to be perfect. So then all of a sudden I'm going to hold my breath this one, flex it so hard. Now I'm gassed out, can't hold my stomach in. Or you're at the front, like for me, the front lat's the hardest to hold for me. It gasses me out so hard. But it just like understanding, like, hey, like once I kind of that clicked with me, I never really have too much of an issue with it. My only problem is my shoulders in general they get so locked up so badly that like when I'm hitting it, my front relaxed, dude, my shoulders start. It's like if any of you guys ever boxed for a long time, I got boxed for a long time, right? So boxing, when you first start boxing, man, you can't even hold your hands up. It kind of feel like that. I'm like, fuck, I can't even get my arms up.
Well, I mean, as you get bigger, right, your posing and your training changes, and it's like, I mean, I'm a huge proponent. Again, it's something that a lot of people I feel like skip on, and again, it's a luxury. Like, I'm very privileged, I'm very spoiled to have access to some of the things that I do with this. But I get body work done like 3 times a week sometimes, bro. Like, I'm that guy. I mean, Jay Cutler set that example, that precedent, how important it is to keep that tissue pliable and open. And I'm old school in the sense, like, AJ makes me pose. I mean, heading into peak week, like literally after every meal, sending pictures. Yep. And it really does create a different hardness. That dryness you compliment me on, like, it comes from constantly squeezing and holding your poses.
Especially if you don't train like that. That's the thing that there's a lot of people just train and they push weight, or it's like, okay, it's like we were talking about with God and shit before, man. It's like when you hear, just have faith. You hear these things, you hear it, but you don't hear it. But once you actually understand it, it's like squeezing a muscle. No, I'm pushing weight. Now I'm really pushing the weight. Now I'm really using my chest. It's like same type of thing where a lot of people, they focus all on just like the fluffy stuff of bodybuilding. Okay, the supplements, and they just want to pose and this and that. Well, their training and actual like understanding of their body and how to use their body and like mind to muscle connection isn't there. Where it's like that's where like my density comes from, and like when I start getting really grainy is because I know how to squeeze my muscle. Like I'm not, dude. My arms are like right at 21 inches, dude, and I don't train arms at all anymore. But when I did train them, I trained, dude, 25-pound dumbbells, man. Like I don't. I used to go up to like the six. Don't get me wrong. I used to go heavy like an idiot. But like even like now, I don't lift heavy. I squeeze the fuck out of it.
My legs have grown more the last year. I haven't put more than like 5 or 6 plates max on a hack squat. I used to squat 8 plates. That's honestly now these days, like even after training someone like me, when I trained with Joe just recently, like we only did 3 plates on the hack squat, bro, because we obliterated ourselves on the hip press. It's like you gotta just.
I love the hip press.
Yes. Yeah, that's become one of my favorites. Bro. I've grown my legs for sure. There's no question.
It's a great machine, man. It's just understanding your body and like it's all the little things. That's all I think about lately is okay, hey, okay, when I'm done training, get my posing in, okay, but also don't obsess because I'm an obsessive person.
Me too, bro.
Where like
I'll spend like, 3 hours in the gym.
Chris, like have a day off.
I'm not even trying to.
Just take a full day off. But I'm not going to pose. I'm not going to do shit. Just a full day off.
And that's why I'm glad we had this podcast because it keeps me occupied. I'm like, what can I do to get better? Like,
you know? And there's a point though where it's just that you won't get better from that. There's a point where it's like it's diminishing returns, you know. And I've learned that a lot over like with training, where you know, like arms. I like training. Who doesn't train triceps and biceps? Like I like training everything. I don't train them anymore, which I'm like, dude,
rest is key, bro. Like
you know, it's like resting and like training as a bodybuilder, not just as a weightlifter anymore. I love lifting weights, but it's like I want to be a better bodybuilder. So like just doing what is best for you. If you need 2 days off, you take 2 days off. You know, like Chris gave me 2 days fully off this week because it's funny, dude. I don't have to train legs too hard anymore, but I take all the fatigue is my legs. Even if I don't do legs, dude. Like if I'm tired, my legs feel like restless legs all day and feel like it's concrete. And just like it's horrible, dude. My legs will be pumped and swollen.
That's how I feel too,
Yeah. It's like I'm like, dude, it's like I did back and chest, but my legs are fucking fried. You know, it's like it's crazy, you know. So you're like, hey, take a day off, take another day off, take another day off. And just listening to that and understanding, you know, and kind of getting that maturity level with that. But Tom, you deal with that too?
Yeah, like especially in prep, like you said, you train chest, and then I wake up the next day, and it's like, you know, the feeling like after leg day when the like pump goes away, but they just don't feel like really there. It's just airy. That's how I wake up every morning.
Yeah, dude, I feel like that all day. Then just like they'll be so inflamed and tight, like I just trained, but also like if like your legs fell asleep and they start waking up. Kind of a thing, just like restless legs, like at night you're flipping around because your legs are so uncomfortable. That's how I feel all day, every day. It's so weird, dude. Like, it's funny, like people like Chris put that side tricep up, and I put those other 2 up. It's like, dude, that's me flat. Like people always think, oh, dude, you look full. You look full, but dude, I'm not full, like at all.
Same, bro.
Like it's like I just look like that, but like when I'm full, like I'm like.
I think that misconception is like you never had enough. Now you have enough muscle. Like even when you're flat and you have a muscle, like because I'll be taking my check-ins and then I have my crazy eye day and I'm like, oh, there's my back. You know what I mean? Like actually flex and activate it again. Like when you're operating from like a flat standpoint, it's just like. You know, when you like, and that's feedback I give to my coach in check-ins. Like even today, he was ready to feed me a high day. I'm like, I will go to the gym to fucking get high day right now. Like, you know, when you hit the ground and your quarter turns and like you just feel nothing in your glute, it's like, it all starts with the legs, bro. Like the legs are huge indicators. That's good intuition.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like I don't look at myself really in the mirrors too much unless I pose like after training, but like Chris. Like this morning, because I check in every day, and dude, I've been checking every day for like the last 4 months, dude. He's anal about it, but he's like, dude, when I do my check-ins, it's like it. I still am like I hold some sub QR, but for the way things work for me is once he starts increasing more food for me, I start dropping the water and the fatigue, right? And so when he drops all my cardio, like, well, not cardio, steps, and then drops, like, lowers my training, increases my food real high, I start losing all that volume, and I start filling out, and I start getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Like, so we're gonna pull down to like 198, obviously.
We got a word
up
for
to like
that,
208. Huh?
So we got a word for that.
What?
Churning.
Churning?
Churn. Like that's just, I'm just making a joke. That's what everyone says. It's like that's basically what you're doing, like what you're talking about there. In a general sense, I'm just talking shit. People say that to me all the time, bro. If you see on my Instagram, like, it's something me and my coach say to each other. It's churn. Like, you're churning. Like, you're just, that's basically you're just maximized optimalness. Like, you're
I've never heard that term.
Eating as much food as possible. Like,
farmer ass over here churning butter.
Churning butter, bro. Yeah.
Well, it's just funny how that works, man. Because like last time, like as soon as we started increasing my food high, I started just dumping water weight, dude, dumping and dumping and dumping. Like I still have growth hormone right now. We're gonna dump it here at the end of this week. But like it's so wild, dude. In my body, I'll get in better and better shape the more food I have. And then at that point, then we're gonna have to like load. Like he wants me up to about 208 is where I best look. But it's gonna be interesting because like getting that dryness. Because last show we didn't do anything to get dry or anything. We just did it. We just pulled weight down a bit. But getting that and holding that and then filling up, pushing that, it's like, dude, I just like the process and learning. Like I tell him, I was like, I trust him 100%, but it's like, it's interesting to see because I look at it from a coaching aspect and like a fan aspect and looking at like how my body's changing. Like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know if something would work like that. It's like watching Charles with what he's doing. I'm like, oh, dude, okay, that's interesting. Seeing how things are done. I just like seeing that shit. It's cool as hell, dude. Really cool.
Nice, man. You got to love the process. If you don't love the process, you're never going to enjoy the outcome. Like, it makes you appreciate that much more.
Well, I like even better is that he's been sending me great places to get breakfast after.
Oh, what is he sending you?
Oh, what's the calf, the something in cakes, the cakes and egg or yolk?
The griddle.
So you're thinking of griddle cakes. There's another one. It's called stacked in yolks. That's
where I want to go.
Yeah.
Stacking yolks is where I want to go.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm like, don't send me anymore because I'm gonna get confused of where to go.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
I'm not gonna lie, and I don't crave shit, bro. Like we were joking about earlier, I'm the salt on fish kind of guy. Like those things are not hype. Shout out to Lee and Kim over at Heavyweight. Those chocolate bars are the most insane fucking things I've ever eaten.
I was right. I'm
thinking about them, bro. I'm thinking about it.
Dude, well, I've been trying to get on one of those drops. I've never been able to get one. And I was talking to them, and they're going to be there, but they're not going to have a booth because that guy's competing.
Oh, he's saving me about 10, so you'll be all right.
Bro, I swear I will pay you anything for one. Anything.
There's actually a joke. There's actually, I mean, it's not a joke. It's actually official now, but I don't know if he said this the other day, but Pete, you guys know Pete, he was on the podcast earlier.
Yeah,
they were talking about making a bar for him. Now we're saying, but there might be a Big Charles bar. There might be a Texas Pete bar, but there might be a Big Charles chocolate bar as well.
That would be awesome, dude.
That's cool.
See, I don't crave shit either, but it's like I like my cream of rice. I just like the normalcy aspect of something. Like, to me, I love going out to breakfast with my friends, enjoying breakfast.
Yeah.
Like that. Like afterwards, like dinner, I'm kind of like, like we eat so much low up. I eat so much fucking food. So it's like, but like a little something, just like a little something, right. But like I got buddies of mine that, dude, they are obsessed. Like I used to be that guy too. I collect all the food and hide it and put it in the pantry and shit. I don't do any of that anymore. But like, but I like to have a plan because if I don't have a plan, then I just don't know what to do. So like my wife and I, it's our anniversary. So we're going to go out to dinner that night with Chris after the show. We don't know where, because who knows how the show's going to go. Whatever happens with it, it's going to dictate what we're going to do. But then breakfast, we have that. We're going to go see Absinthe. We've seen that 3 times. The Circus Soleil show. It's awesome. So we're going to go see that and go to a nice dinner. We're going to go to Gorilla Sushi too, Charles. And then just kind of plan that. And we're going to be there till Tuesday. So we'll figure something else out too. And Tommy, same thing, dude. Let us know. Maybe we can all meet up for breakfast or something. Or
Yeah.
Well, I can eat right now, so I'll do it.
Sorry, go ahead, brother.
No, I was just saying. I can eat right now, so I'll do whatever.
Perfect. That yoked place.
If you guys wanted to do like a meetup type of thing, I'm just saying us.
Yeah.
Like my gym over on the north, it's a little bit more low key. You know, it'd be a cool place to like all get together and just like because bro. I mean, USA's would probably be okay, but like Olympia, I mean, you can't freaking move. You know, anywhere. Like I won't even Dragons Lair. You can't even use any.
Yeah, you can't even train.
Yeah. Let's set something up, dude. Let's set something up.
Which gym are you talking about?
So my gym's called Lift Factory. It's a little hardcore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of it.
I've never been there, but I know it.
Yeah, no, we actually just renovated it, bro. So we're like, we got all new stuff in there. It's much better than it used to be.
Oh, so
let's figure something out.
No, I help run it. Yeah, I mean,
cool, awesome.
I've been, helping bring people to the gym. Shout out to the owner Brandon. He and I work very closely, but they sponsored me going into the Cutler show and then partly into the USA. So I'm definitely in the scene over there. I help out with like the memberships and really just bringing bodybuilding culture over there.
Nice.
And where in Vegas is it?
We throw all our posing seminars there. Like my girl, we'll have every category, men and women, and we do a whole like events there. Like that's what I'm saying. Like community, right? Like if you guys are out in Vegas, like I got you taken care of, bro. You just hit me up.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
perfect. Works for me. Yeah. All right, guys. I might jump off here too.
Yeah, Collin, you go.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Charles, I'll talk to you soon.
See you, brother.
Jay, keep getting lean, dude. Look good.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're just fucking huge, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
I'll see you in Vegas.
Later, guys.
Good talking to you. Yeah.
And
then there's 3.
Yeah, what we thinking?
No.
I'm eating plenty, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm still hungry, but I'm cool.
Are you all done with your meals for today, or you still got some?
No, I got 2 more actually. It's only 7 o'clock over here.
Yeah, right. Do you try to like push them as far as you can, or do you just kind of eat and go to bed?
I'm more intuitive. Like naturally, I feel like as prep progresses, everything kind of just moves up a little bit. I'm more naturally kind of a night owl, to be honest, which I try to.
Yeah.
I just work in security for years. I got into this routine where it was like, I go to bed at 2 or 3, and it's like totally normal for me. Better than that now, but I try to go to bed like around 12:31, like just realistically.
Okay.
So sometimes, depending on how my morning goes and cardio routine, whatever, I'll usually have my first meal around sometimes 9:30, 10, honestly, and then I go throughout the day. And I usually have my last one probably about like I'll have one when we get off here, and then I'll have one more at like 10-ish.
Okay. Hey, do you know Jason Coley out there in Vegas?
Yeah, bro. Of course. I worked with when I first moved here. He actually gave me a job. I worked in his clinic.
Oh yeah. So Jason's my good buddy. He's from San Diego too.
Yeah.
I've known Jason since we were like 12 years old.
Yeah, I've known Jason mutually like since before I moved here. You might know some of my old friends then, if that's the case. So he was really good friends with an old friend of mine. His name was Antonio, who was also in San Diego.
Okay. Yeah. Where were you? Where are you from? I wasn't on when you.
I'm from all over, brother. I'm originally from Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I grew up in Baltimore. I actually went down to school in Mississippi, and then I moved out to the West Coast when I was about 20.
Where on the West Coast?
I was in Orange County for 6 years. Orange County, California. Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, Huntington Beach kind of area.
Yeah. I went to school at Chapman University for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
Right up in that area. Yeah.
I was like 45 minutes from Venice. So I would go up there, train, and then I kind of milked California for what it was, and then I just kind of had this feeling, man, and I had to get out of there.
Yeah.
And, that was God, honestly. That's a whole nother story. But I competed out in Vegas. I did the Patriots Challenge, which was just this past weekend. I did that in 2023, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm full send. I got to move here. And I packed up my truck at the end of my lease, bro. Like, not even everything that I could, like, I had to throw stuff away, whatever I could fit in the trailer hitch, and, you know, the U-Haul, and then made my way up to Vegas in a shitty condo. Broke as fuck, 20K in debt, you know, met my girl, and then it really just all started to work out from there. I started getting noticed. I started getting some sponsorships, and you know, then just kind of started competing, being in the community, building my business again. And you know, a couple years later, here we are.
Yeah. No, a lot of people from California made the move to Vegas within the last like 5-6 years too.
Some people went to Vegas, some went to Florida. Like, I almost went to Florida. I might have been hanging out with you guys, you know?
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
My family's in Baltimore. So I was like, you know, to be close to them would have been cool. It's like a, you know, 3-hour flight.
Yeah.
Right. How old are you again?
I'm 28.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're young. So,
yeah, man. I haven't been bodybuilding that long, honestly. I mean,
when was your first show?
My first show was 2022.
So you were 24.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So how many shows have you done since?
So 2022, yeah. So 1, and then I did 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've done 2 this year, so I guess 7. I've done 7 total.
Okay.
4 seasons. I did 1 my first season, 2 my second season, 2 my third season, and this is my 4th season. I've done 2. I will be doing my 3rd.
Okay. Cool.
Nice. Tommy, you've only.
I feel like. Yeah, I feel like I'm old, but I've done like the least amount for sure.
Yeah.
I've spent way more time in the off season for sure. Like, I could have done more.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, what's the point, right? You want to make improvements.
Yeah, right. No, for me, it was just like I would be honest, I was just like scared. I've always been like had anxiety talking in front of people. And so like the thought of just standing on stage, like I would always say I was going to do it, but then like I would let that get to me and I would be like, I could do it next year. And then once I finally did it, I was like, okay, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, no,
so
I did for 3 years. I was just going to relate to you. I took 3 years to do my first show. Like, I never felt ready. And I wanted to be a bodybuilder. You know, it takes time to build that.
Right.
And even still wasn't enough. But
yeah,
I think it's better to be that way than to be that guy that wants to compete all the time, you know, and like do a without any muscle.
Yeah, it's definitely being more honest with yourself too, you know, like that it builds better bodybuilders that way than the delusion that think they're.
Honestly, I was given a tall frame, you know, and in that sense, you have to learn patience. And like with that, like I learned, like I always had a kind of a wow factor, but at the same time, like I was, you know, had gaping holes. I mean, I have long legs. So like it's just really until this year that I've really improved my legs. And, you know, they were good enough to win some overalls this year. But like, even if you saw my picture today, I'm like, I can't believe what I've done going into, you know, this show. Like I've definitely, you need to have the full package. And so like the point I'm trying to make with that is, you know, I learned a lot of lessons, and I'm glad that I lost so much leading up to, like, it was like literally one placing each time. You know, I think I was like 6th or 7th into 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Then I like won my class, lost the overall. You know, my first national show was 17 supers, so it was a lot of guys. Yeah. I ended up getting 7th, so I was in the middle of second call outs. You know, the only thing that was keeping me from that first call out was density and maturity. Like I didn't have it yet. And that's exactly what they told me. So I'm like, what am I? They told me you have it all, but you just need time. What am I going to do and compete again? So I took some extra time off, and I popped out, and you know, we were able to sneak away with 2 overalls, man. And it felt that much better because you know, I waited. You know, it was like we were talking about earlier. All the guys, it was the right timing.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome. Tommy, I gotta start heading off myself, man.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, we can all get off if we.
It's 7 o'clock here. I'm good. Yeah, so I'll get off.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. It was good. You know, there's a lot on there, but I wanted to say like it's cool to meet you two specifically because I know you guys run this, and you know, again, thank you for having me on, and I definitely, you know, enjoyed it and look forward to getting to know you guys better.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
thanks. And we'll definitely bring you back on again.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I'm
whenever
always
you can
down,
make it.
bro. For sure.
Okay, awesome. And then when I'm
Yeah.
in Vegas too, I'll make sure to find you and introduce myself
Yeah,
in person as well. It's going to be.
You're going for USA's, but you're also going to the Olympia, right?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'll be. Yeah, I mean,
I'll be at the Olympia too.
Yeah, so. Dude, we got a whole bunch of shit going for the O. So you guys are ever out there, like I said, I mean, I got you.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
sure, man. I got you. You guys, that's how it is, though, man. You know, I'm down in Florida.
Yeah. And then likewise, when you come out here, it's the same.
Yeah. So, all right. One last question. If you win your pro card, you fly into Tampa to do a pro debut?
I've been asked that a couple of times, bro. It would depend. I mean, you know, I think that would be really fucking cool. Like, I can't even see past that day. Like I said, my birthday is freaking 5 days later. But I mean, at the same time, like, I want to be able to, I want to be able to think that I can step in and make a statement on a pro stage, like, right away. And I don't think I'm there yet. But if they thought that I was, like, I would totally consider that. I mean, my thing is I would love to go do the Texas, you know, not necessarily this upcoming year if I won, but like long term, like that would be really special just because how Gasp has played in my journey, like from, you know, the beginning. So that would be, I almost feel like that I almost would want to owe that to them to do my pro debut there. Because I mean, after one more off season, like that would be, you know, we talk about the long game, right? Like I'm just excited to see, like you said, I mean, I feel like I'm just catching my stride. So I'm excited to see what I look like at 30 years old. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I'm not so caught up in the, like, if I get my card in a couple of weeks, that'd be amazing. But I know that I'm, you know, it's not if it's when. So,
yeah.
Get
the pro physique. The card is a
that'll come with it. Real quick, they're doing the Dallas next year too.
Yeah, right? For sure.
That would be cool to do. I mean, that's a gas one, yeah.
And because I won the amateur show, so it'd be cool to do. Yeah, that would be dope for sure. I mean, honestly, there's so many good ones here too. There's actually one of my good friends, Austin Carr. He's a big promoter here in Las Vegas. He runs like the Steve Carr Classic. You may have heard of it. It's like one of the biggest regionals. He actually they just added Classic Pro this past year, so it's a pro show now.
212 as well.
Yeah, they're adding 212 this year. Yeah, and they added the women's bodybuilding too. So he's trying to get open long term, and then obviously the Legions is a huge show. I mean, it's right down the way in Reno.
Yeah,
and I did their amateur, so they were like trying to scout me. You know, please, whenever you get your pro card, come do your pro debut here. So
yeah,
it's all fun shit to think about, bro. But like, honestly, my biggest thing is like I look at guys like, you know, like I want to go travel the world with bodybuilding. Like,
me too.
I'd love to go do the international circuit, you know.
Yeah, like Italy or Portugal or like, fucking Japan will be sick too.
Yeah, but I love the home city, you know, and that's why I think USA's is really cool and why I really wanted to do this, especially is like this is my home turf. You know what I mean? I feel like if I'm already in shape, like I have to go represent. Otherwise, like
for sure.
Like going to do nationals in Texas will be dope, but like I'd like to just win it right here in my hometown. That would be fucking epic, bro, in front of all my, you know, my clients, my friends, and
yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. Charles, it was great getting to know you, bro.
Yeah, likewise, brother. No, for real.
Yeah.
You guys are my kind of dudes, so I appreciate the time, for real.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God bless you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, boys. Have a good night.
Yep. You too.
Yeah. You too.